to Talk the Kēki, not in Iran.
Konnichiwa!
Minasan konnichiwa.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Talk the Kēki without a 3-week delay again.
Thank the heavens.
Yep, we're going to be actually doing our first set of reviews for the season, even though we are at the halfway point.
The best definition last week was sets of reviews, though, honestly.
I've been fully, no DBC Kai, no lightning round, just the reviews.
I suppose, Playboy.
All right, I'm Matt, and to join me, Ethan, what's going on? How you doing?
Apparently, I'm dying, according to the doctor, so that sucks. But besides that, I'm alive, I guess. Man, this weekend, actually, I didn't feel alive. I'll tell you what. I partied too hard.
You're on a party crusade. You didn't get home till 3 days, 3 nights.
No, not quite. No, I did not get kidnapped.
You called your parents, were like, hey, for some reason, I'm in Las Vegas. Come pick me up.
This is not the hangover. No, it was not that bad. No, I just didn't get home till 1:20 in the afternoon. I threw up for the first time in 2 years while drinking. That was a wild experience considering. But I'm alive. I spent all that day recovering, and then the next day I fucking binged 9 animes. I watched the G1 a little bit. It was a pretty successful thing from that point on.
Speaking of guys, we will be reviewing G1 tomorrow.
Yes, Matt and I will both be back.
Yeah, we'll both be here.
Barring any other bullshit from Matt's family that causes him to say, fuck this.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that for a long while, but...
I know. I just had to get that in there. Every time we're going to record, you're like, I'm not in the mood. Something happened. Work pissed me off.
Well, no, stuff happened, but I'm leaving it at that.
Ash kicked me in the shin, so now I'm miserable. Man.
At least I'm not dying.
Oh, boy.
But, yeah, we got a few things. Like I said, we got the Keki Shop G1. The whole gang allegedly will be there.
It's going to be a clusterfuck, guys. Like a GCW match. It's a clusterfuck.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be talking about the burial of Kaito and how Noah thinks of him. The winner.
I wonder, we should have just a topic between you and me before we get started.
Okay.
How do you think Nakajima would have done if they would have put him in that spot? Or Keno?
Hold on. Chris, how you going? How you doing? What's up?
What's up, Chris?
Probably quarter, at least.
You think?
But definitely not just 2 wins, 2 losses. I'm sorry, 3 losses and 2 no contests. Definitely won't be that.
The worst.
Holy shit.
The worst. I feel like Muto probably played a little bit in that.
He's like, you know what? If you bury him, I can send him to NXT where he'll get an excursion.
Yes, and he can join Jiro.
Though, I do think Kaito needs an American excursion, though.
Where did he go for his excursion?
I think it was in Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, Canada.
I didn't know they had one, but...
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is in Canada besides Moose and Poutine?
Hold on. Let me check his thing. He was in Impact for a little bit. For 3 matches.
Would have never known.
Yeah, Canada. 2017 was his Canada excursion.
They should just send him to AEW and let Takeshita beat the shit out of him, and he'll learn.
Oh, if he's going to AEW, then definitely Collision. I don't want him on Dynamite.
What's wrong with Dynamite?
He'll be lost in the shuffle. He'll get 5 concussions, and he'll be on Botchamania.
Just let him fucking face Ryan Ziegler every fucking day.
Just let Jungle Boy talk about Glass and be told no and get kicked out.
I didn't get that.
Oh, all the whole thing with Jack.
Yeah,
I guess it's a safety issue, but with real glass, not sugar glass, but Why throw a tantrum for saying, hey, he's doing something crazy? Say no. Got it. Tony said no. What did Punk say? Punk said no. Well, fuck you, I'm leaving. All right, bye. Go to Wednesday. Fuck you.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Drama land in WCW 2.0.
At least they're better than WCW. We don't have any Vince Russos.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Like you're banking on it. You're just waiting. You're just praying it happens.
No, it depends on what type of drug Tony takes. The new drug, the new shit.
Hey, bro. I mean, there's a lot of shit that's stronger than cocaine, so.
He'll do it. He'll go, bro.
Anyway, that was just my thoughts.
Yeah, it is a mess though. But wrestling wise, it is better. But backstage, no, it's the same shit.
It is, but there's always going to be the opposite because you know how regimented and strict, for better or worse, WWE is. So everybody's, no matter the company, is going to want to break that mold. Honestly, when it's all said and done, I truly think the best backstage environment, probably in terms of major wrestling, would be Impact. Yeah. You never hear anything bad nowadays coming out of Impact now that they cleared everything out. Everybody's committed to the cause.
Billy's gone. Dixie Carter's gone.
Yeah, they know they're number 3, but they're completely fine with that. They work with
they're technically a Canadian promotion now, but yes.
I guess, yeah, because Anthem is Canadian.
Yeah. But no, like, oh yeah, like, you know what? We want to focus on our fan base. If we grow, we grow. If we not, we don't.
Because our fans spend the money, so it's fine. We'll just stay in our lane.
Yeah, they're stable. They get pay-per-view buys. They have good talent. They have great talent.
Yeah, they have a lot of good talent.
Yeah, and their weekly shows are consistent. So
I want Hammerstone to go to Impact. I want Jacob Fatu to go to Impact.
That would be nice. Hammerstone definitely.
Hammerstone for sure. Jacob Fatu probably fucked himself with that. Some of that recent commentary.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Doing the indie promoters like a fool. He probably fucked himself for a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, no, probably in a couple of years.
Yeah, but Hammerstone would love to see Hammerstone in Impact. Imagine the fucking Hammerstone. You don't like Sami Callihan, but Hammerstone versus Sami Callihan.
I do like him. It's just he's not consistent. He's not consistently like push.
Yeah.
Like I kind of wish it was him that beat Kenny. Like it should have been him when he had that.
If not, it should have been Moose, and neither of them.
Or Josh Alexander. Because he beat Christian for the belt, why couldn't it be Kenny?
Because it couldn't be Josh Alexander at the time because he was fairly fresh off of the breakup of the North. So he still needed to establish himself, even though he was a decent single already.
He was an X Division champion. He can cash in that option C.
Yeah, that's true. He could have done option C.
But But
he's
back now, so
yes, thank the heavens. I can't wait for them to come back to Kissimmee. They come like to the Osceola thing. It's like 10 minutes away from my house. Nice. It's so nice. It's a 10-minute drive. Pull up into the venue. Pay $10 for parking now because they're like, oh, there's a lot of you guys that actually like this shit. Okay, we're gonna charge you now for parking. Because the first time they came, they didn't charge for parking. So this time they charge for parking.
Like, oh shit, we got fans. All right.
Yeah, like, oh, this isn't some bullshit indie. Okay, that works.
Yeah, so I'll take it.
No, but it's cool. And then just all the people there, like, Jonathan Gresham was cool meeting. Like, Mia met Mickey James. What's his face? The guy that we believe, Joe something.
Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. She met him. I believe in Joe Hendry.
His fucking song slap. His little parodies of people.
I didn't like him at first. Like I saw clips of him like online before I went to that taping, and I was like, this guy is fucking. He's a loser. What a geek. And then I like throughout the series with him and Cardona at the time, it grew on me. I was like, all right, this guy isn't that bad. All right.
Yeah, he's an entertainer.
That's fair.
All right. Let's get to a couple of news.
Let's talk about anime. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. We'll save the rest of them for tomorrow.
All right.
Okay. I will become a villainous that will go down in history. The more of a villainous I become, the more the prince will dote on me.
That's the whole title.
That's the whole title.
I don't want to watch it just because of the title. It's so fucking long.
Let's see. Sengoku Yoko, sorry. It's gonna be
what is that, Heavenly Ghost?
What?
Sengoku Goku. Yoko.
Sengoku Yoko, yeah. that what it means? Heavenly Ghost?
No, I'm because you have Jugoku's hell. Yeah, Jugoku's hell. Tengoku, like Tengoku Daimon, like heavenly delusion. Tengoku means heavenly. Sengoku
was like a demon type of thing, monster.
Give me a second. I could.
Well, either way, it's gonna be released January 24, and it's gonna be a 3-course series.
So that's damn near the whole season.
Yep, it's gonna be playing until the end of summer.
That's fucking wild. Hold on, I got this. Japanese, English, Sengoku. No, that's Tengoku. Sengoku. God damn it. Go. Yo. Ko.
All right. While you're dealing with that,
it's not coming up. Damn it!
How do
you spell Yoko? How do you spell Yoko?
Youko.
Okay, I did Youk.
Warren isn't it just Warren States? Maybe.
Yeah. Arimasen. That's fine. Go. It is what it is.
What's going on? Pokemon Presents had a live stream announcement. They're going to be doing a original 4-episode web series called Paldean Winds. So it's going to focus on the side characters of the Pokemon Scarlet Violet game. That's going to come out September 6th. That'll be on YouTube, I believe, or on their website, Pokemon TV. Let's see. Flower Angel is getting a remake in China. This was a 50-episode anime series that aired in 1979. So it's getting a remake in China.
Well then, it's unique.
See, that's what Sengoku means, not about the other part. Okay, so Warren States. So we'll deal with that later, Chris. But thank you for looking for us.
Appreciate that, sir.
Let us see what else. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction is coming out in 2024. Which is that VTuber anime, I believe. Darwin's Game ends in 2 chapters.
I have that on my watch list still on Netflix.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I heard so too.
And Teasen Master Takagi-san is going to end in the next 2 chapters after 11 years.
He finally gets the girl.
Well, it's also the sequel one where they're adults and married, and there's short.
It's already on the sequel.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like a little sci-fi. It's like 8 pages for like the chapters, like very small.
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, the main series is ending in a couple months.
Cool.
That's about it for the news. Very light news because we're not 3 weeks backlog.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. There's going to be an anime expo next month where they'll be updated on various new shows for the new year. We don't know which ones are those yet, but when we find out, we will let you all know.
All
right, let's get to the solos.
All right, one moment. Let me pull mine up since it's been so long. I always like being caught up now. It's like, oh, it's nice. It's nice being caught up. All right, I'll start with the one that is pretty mid, all things considered. Dreaming Boy is a realist. The latest episode. Well, I have to do 2 for this one because I didn't watch last week's. Long story short, on last week's though, there's really one key development from last week. So Sajo has a part-time job during the summer, and he works at a bookstore. And so one day he is sweeping the front of the bookstore, and he notices a little boy being bullied by some middle schoolers. So he's like, okay. So he goes over, protects the boy, and saves him up. And so he's like, do you know your house phone? And the boy goes, yes, I know my house phone. He's like, all right, here's my cell phone. Call your house phone. Tell them you're here at this bookstore and have someone from your family pick you up. Okay. He does so. A pretty girl runs over, looks similar in age to Sajo, and they hit it off. Her name is Sasaki. And, like I said, she's really nice. She wears like flowery dresses. She's really cute. excuse me, she's a little childish, but not too terrible, you know, at the end of the day. Like, it's fine. So they hit it off, they exchange contact information, like things are going really well. So fast forward to the next episode, she's continuing to come to the store very often when he works, and they sit and they chat and, you know, blah, 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 blah. One thing leads to another, and they end up going on a dato. They go to a dato all the way to the beach, which was very interesting. And so while this is happening, they agree upon that. Aika and Kei are like, hey, let's go get Sajo, have him carry our bags. We'll go to the beach together, everybody. And they ring his doorbell. No one's home. And they're like, oh, I wonder where he's at. Might be at his part-time job. Oh, well, we got to go to the beach. So, oh, and I forgot it's Aika's little sister, too, that everybody apparently adores there. So anyway, so they go to the beach, and Sajo and Sasaki go to the beach. As they're traveling to the beach, they're at the train station, and they notice, what's it called? Sajo notices that Sasaki's like a little bit like, you know, hesitant. She's like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I just don't want people from my school to see me. I normally don't wear this type of stuff. And he's like, well, you know, you look fine. You look like a mature young lady. Like, I don't understand why you're, you know, upset. And she's like, no, I just normally wear my school uniform. And he's like, school uniform? Like, okay. And this whole time he's got in his head that this girl's a college student, because she goes to like an all-girls campus, things of that nature, that as they discuss. So he's like, okay, cool. So he thinks like, oh, he's fucking with a college student. So they go to the beach. Everything is cute. You know, they're flirty. It's nice. And then she goes, hey, I want to take you to the shop. So they go to the shop by the beach, and it has like seashells. And you can craft like little seashell like jewelry and things like that. So they start crafting the jewelry. And, you know, Sajo mentions basically he's thinking of Aika, and he's basically kind of like, you know, thinking like, what would Aika like? Because her birthday's coming up. And so Sasaki's like, oh, you're thinking about your girlfriend? And he goes, no, it's not my girlfriend, more like an unrequited love. And, you know, it's of her birthday. I want to get her something nice, da 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 da. And so they start talking a little bit about Aika. Sasaki's just trying to understand, you know, where Sajo's head is kind of at. Maybe she wants to make a move. Like, you know, there's a little bit of tension there from that perspective. As Sajo is like working on the little jewelry, he looks up behind Sasaki and notices she's with an old man in a picture that's hung on the shop. And she goes, oh, like, is that you? And she goes, yeah, that's me and my dad. We just came here recently. And he's like, oh, wait, you're in your school uniform. And she goes, yeah, that's my middle school uniform. And he goes, huh? And throughout this entire time, they never actually formally introduced themselves. It was just, everything was very offhand. And she goes, oh, nice to meet you. I'm Sasaki. She's like, middle schooler. And he goes, what? Nani?
Who the fuck?
So that there went any prospect of them hooking up or getting together or anything like that. So then as they're in the shop together, basically, there's a little bit more tension because Kei and Aika see the shop, and they're like, oh, let's go into the shop. So they go into the shop, but by this point, Sajo and Sasaki had left. So they're like, you know, it is what it is, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the episode basically ends. They're on the way home. They're still a little bit flirty here and there. Obviously more Sasaki than Sajo. Sajo's like, well, this didn't end how I thought it was going to end, but it is what it is. You know, she's a nice girl. You know, I'm glad we went on a friendly hangout, basically. You know, all things considered, it's fine. We were friends. All good. And the episode ends with Kei sending Sasaki a picture of Aika in her bikini saying, wish you were here. And he's like, oh my God, I wish I was there. What the hell? And Sasaki's asleep on her arm, on his arm. So it was kind of funny when it was all said and done, but nothing too like extravagant. It is what it is.
Gotcha.
Okay. Mononogatari. Mononogatari, I'm trying to think of how, because I didn't watch it yesterday on Monday either. That was one of the ones I didn't watch. I'm trying to figure out how I can recap the previous episode. All right, I got it. So basically, after everything that happened with the battle with the paper umbrella, the what's it called? The Tsukumogami are stuck, the bridal trouser. They're stuck in the Katamori compound with Botan and Hyoma. And as they're stuck there, they get a summons. And the summons is from I don't remember the name. It's like Yatsu Mitsu or something like that. I don't remember the name, but it's one of the prestigious families. And they want to see the bridal trousel. And so they're summoned, you know, it is what it is, like they're gonna go. And so basically the Bureau of Traditional Music, who is under that same family, was like, hey, you know, you guys have to go to the summoning. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll protect Botan and Hyoma with our lives. Okay, all good. So they do that. Meanwhile, in the compound, everybody has heard the stories of Botan. Like Botan's this like a crazy creature. She's a monster. She can't be trusted. So when they see Botan's like this like little girl, basically, even though she's obviously like 19 or 20 or something, she's a college age student, but they see this little girl and she's kind and sweet. They're like, what the fuck gives? And so Botan has the idea like, oh, in order for me to like live easier, and I get bored easy anyway, let me start doing stuff around the compound. So she ends up being friendly with a lot of the people, and slowly but surely they take to her, and they end up like, you know, being really nice to her, and they see she's not really the monster that she is, and that helps. And so we move on to the next episode. That episode ends where the previous episode ends, where this week's episode picks up off on, which is basically as they're driving to the compound of like the prestigious family, another paper umbrella confronts them, jumps on their car on the freeway, stops the car, and basically entraps them in a like a barrier of some description. As they're being trapped in the barrier, they're trying to get out. The paper umbrella, they notice, by the way, there's multiple paper umbrellas. So you have the red one, they get attacked by a blue one. There's also a green one and an orange one. So there's at least 4 paper umbrellas at this stage. And remember, as I've said before, the paper umbrella is like the big bad like Tsukumogami of the show, right? It's the one that Hyoma wants to kill. And so there's 4 of them now, which is interesting. We don't know why there's multiple ones, but we see that there's multiple ones. As they're trapped in the barrier, they what's it called? They say, hey, by the way, we're not alone. We have allies that are close to you. And they're like, what? And the barrier closes. Meanwhile, while this is happening back over in Kyoto, there's a like basically all like the random Tsukumogami are trying to like get to Botan. And so all of the Katamori representatives are out trying to defeat all these Tsukumogami. And the real representative for Katamori, what's it called? I forget his name. But anyway, he is like, you know, I anticipated that all these loose Tsukumogami were going to come after Botan, but it's really weird that there's so many of them and they're keeping all my guys away. And then basically we see their plan unfold. And so basically as we sit there, earlier in the episode, Botan gets a like some like I guess merch from the Katamori compound. And when she's holding the merch as Hyoma's practicing with the old lady from the Bureau of classical music or whatever the fuck, it begins to drip this brown oil, and they're like, what the fuck is this brown oil? And so Botan drops it, and the brown oil points out the Bureau of Classical Music is in cahoots with the paper umbrella. They're colluding, and you basically see all 3 of the bureau members basically attacking the Katamori compound in different intervals. And so we find out basically that the people that they thought were trusted were turncoats. They work with the paper umbrella. They've backed them up into a corner. And the leader of the Katamori compound is basically like, you know, this would be a good opportunity to get rid of Botan because she is a monster. But I've come to learn that she's just a quirky college girl. And she, as long as she's human, she is, what's it called? We have a duty to protect her. And so we're going to protect her. You can go fuck yourself. And so then basically everybody kind of like agrees with that in their own way. And so this sets up for the next episode where all the members of the Sainome of Kyoto are going to be facing, what's it called? Against the musical, the Bureau of Classical Music, as well as the paper umbrellas. So pretty solid turn. Did not expect that. And then last but not least, my favorite of the season, which I cannot wait for you to see it. You know, I feel bad because I'm like telling you about it and you're going to watch it. And it's like,
oh, that's fine. We did that with fucking Reliana and all that shit. So you're all good.
Yeah. All right. So there's a major plot hole that pisses me off, and I'll get to it in a moment. But basically, the first half of the episode focuses on Oliver and Nanao versus I forget her fucking name, Milligan. And so they have this battle between them, and there's apparently we learn several things in this show, but this episode. The first thing though, the title of the show is Reign of the Seven Spellblades.
Yes.
At this stage, the midway point of the season, episode 6, there's only 6. There's only 6 known Spellblades. There's a lost one. But as Nanao and Oliver are facing against Milligan, again, Nanao doesn't have a lot of magical power, which is why she went to the school in the first place. She's a samurai. But through her training with Oliver, throughout the battle, unconsciously, she discovers how to use her katana instinctually without even thinking about it. She uses her katana as an extension of herself, and she's able to parry magic that she can't see. She's able to parry it away. And so Oliver is like, no way. I didn't see what the fuck I thought I saw. He Booker T'd. He's like, that's not real. Like, tell me I did not see what I just saw. He Booker T'd. He Booker T'd, which is great. And so the battle continues, and Oliver's trying to set up a trap for Nanao, but his trap doesn't work. And he sees Nanao, and he's thinking, oh, fuck, Nanao's fucked. She's going to die. Again, Nanao, instinctually, she has like this feel for magic. She's able to dodge the magic, get the magic around her, whip it away from her, and she manages to attack and chops off Milligan's hands, because Milligan's hand had another serpent's eye. That was the attack that was going to get her, and she would have turned to stone, right? And so she chops off her hand. She passes out from the blood loss. They save her, right? And everything is all good. They save Katie, and they tell Katie, you know, like, hey, you know, you're saved, da 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 da. And Katie kind of has like an epiphany. She's like, you know, I've been such a kind girl, and everybody's just been assholes and bitches to me. She's like, it's time I be assertive and force people to be nice here. And I'm only going to force that if, you know, I don't take people's crap. And everyone's like, oh, happy, da 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 da, whatever. Before they save Katie, though, the student council, there's a boy and a girl, I forget their names. Student council comes rushing into the room, and they're like, how did you know we were here? And they're like, we received an anonymous tip. And I don't think I've mentioned it at various points, but Oliver kind of has like a confidant that follows him around, like in secret, and will make herself appear when she has something important to discuss or a warning for Oliver. And so if you put 2 and 2 together, that's the anonymous tip that they received.
Right.
So as they're walking away, everybody's happy. You know, all the battle's over. Everything is fine. We see Professor Greenville, who's the professor that I had mentioned in last week's episode, that had mentioned to Oliver, like, hey, you know, I like your talents. I'm going to work with you. And the guy who Mr. Andrews had said, like, hey, that guy's a piece of shit. Don't work with him. Like, you'll fuck yourself over. Don't do it. So he sees Oliver and he's like, I need you. So Oliver's like, okay. So they're walking to like this deserted area somewhere in like the limits of the school. And he's like, where are we going? And he's like, Greenville responds, a former protege of mine died while concocting a spell. And he's like, he received the greatest honor a mage can get. He's like, those who get consumed by their magic often leave clues as to why that happened. And somebody else is able to pick up where they left off and finish the work that they did. There's no greater honor than dying to your own magic. And I thought that was an interesting comment. So they get to this like venue, and there's like a magical circle, and there's like a gate open, and the gate had monsters come out of it. They defeated the monsters, no problem. And then basically, as they're gonna leave, Oliver is like, hey, I have a question. And they're like, okay, what? And they're like, and so Oliver says, where were you on the 7th day of the 4th month of the lunar year 1544? And basically Greenville's like, huh, what are you talking about? And then Oliver mentions his mother's name, and Greenville is like, oh, you're the son of that bitch, basically. And there's a complete plot hole because you have no idea where this builds, how this happens. But Oliver basically goes like ape shit. Like, imagine like Harry like has a thing. All right, I always call it the Harry Potter anime. Think of Harry Potter having a whole, like, Dumbledore's army. All right, so think of Harry Potter. He has Dumbledore's army, and he uses Dumbledore's army not to defeat Dumbledore because he's the scourge of the planet at the time, the magical world, he uses Dumbledore's army specifically to get revenge on Voldemort for killing his mother.
Okay.
That's basically what Oliver has done. So it's kind of mentioned throughout the season that Oliver is supposed to be the head of like his clan at some point. So again, his family's dead basically, so he's kind of on his own. And so he proceeds to tell Greenville, he's like, hey, he's like, you tortured my mother in 128 ways. The only way someone can know magic is if they've had the magic done to them. I now know 128 ways to torture you. I'm going to torture you in every way you tortured my mother. He proceeds to break off his fucking fingers, fucking gouge him. And he's like, this is only going to stop if you know the magic words that you didn't let my mother, what's it called? Say. What are those magic words? And, you know, throughout the time, Greenville's like, I don't know. God, stop, please. Da, 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 da. And then he's like, did you figure out the words? And Greenville says, please end it. And he's like, good, you got the magic words. He takes his sword, slits his throat.
Nice.
So imagine Harry Potter just goes up and just goes to fucking like Malfoy's father and was just like, all right, you piece of shit. Shing, slits his throat. And so after Greenville's dead, all of the people, these various people from the clan, including the student council president and vice president, and then the person who was the trailer that, you know, would make herself appear. She finally appears before him in full form. She's basically a student at the school herself. And they say, Oliver, this is your time. It's your time to lead the clan. And they do like this clan like transition ceremony over basically Greenville's dead body. And Oliver says the time is now. He's like, we're going to avenge the former leader, my mother. And he goes, there's 7 people. Apparently this was like a group of 7 people. So think of the Death Eaters. There's a group of 7 Death Eaters that played a part in my mother's demise. And he names them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They killed the 6th one, which is Greenville. The last person he needs to kill is the headmaster of the school. And she's like all powerful and shit. And she's the one who literally stabbed his mother in the back to kill her. Because they were best friends. End episode. Oh, wait, no, sorry. There's one piece. As he's giving this speech to the people, he hears Nanao's voice from an earlier episode. He hears Nanao tell him in his head. He's like, Nanao says, a blade that's wielded for revenge is not a blade of justice. Something along those lines. And so he repeats to himself in his head. He's like, I guess we're going to find out if Nanao's words really are the truth or if they're just a bunch of lies. End episode.
Okay.
It took a complete 360 turn from where the fuck it was. And now, like, we're getting into some dark shit. It's just, like I said, how they got there was a giant fucking plot hole that was not built on whatsoever. It was just like, okay, we're here. I love all my friends. Now we're here. I'm going to kill everybody that fucking killed my mother, including the headmaster of the school. And I think that my best friend, who I think I love, is full of shit. And I'm going to use my blade for revenge.
There you go. That's how you do it.
It's that plot hole that bothered me for like a while. But the whole sequence of everything that happens is great. You see the gore and everything. It's great. I'm telling you.
I know.
I am very confident, Matt. I am very confident this will, at bare minimum, be your number 2 or higher honorable mention. And I'm pretty confident it may eke into your upper top 10.
All right.
I'm pretty confident.
Bold claim, but let's go with it, pal.
I'm pretty confident. I cannot wait for you to binge this.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Let's go real quick. Devil's a Part-Timer. Season 2, Part 2, Season 3.
Jesus.
Whatever you want to call it.
Okay, Attack on Titan.
I still hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Emmy is going to Enta Island to trace her mother's footsteps to see if she can find some answers on info about her mother. So she's going to take the child with her, Alice Ramis, because she is also part of the Holy Sword. So that's her thing. She'll be gone for a few days or something like that. And I'll be back on this date. Sure. Okay, cool. She goes. And then the dynamic of everyone just seems like sullen just more of it's like, like they're used to her yelling, trying to accuse them of something. But none of that's around. Suzuno is starting to get worried, because she hasn't heard from Emmy, and it's the day of when she was supposed to come back. So okay, they're like, oh, she's probably trained or something like that. But the fact that she hasn't contacted anyone is that's the very worrisome part of it. So communications could be jammed or anything like that. But like, oh, Emmy's a great warrior, she'll be fine. But on the other side of it, Mao is trying to act like everything's normal, and he's trying to get a moped license because he needs to drive to work.
It's the moped anime now?
Well, he needs a moped because he's upgraded from a bike.
Okay.
But what you call it? Chiho, she's basically trying to like, hey, can you go back there? Can you go get her? Can you do that real quick? But he doesn't have enough magic to basically transform into like a demon and to go there. So I was like, so I really can't do that. Nothing really I can do. So yeah, he's distracted. He's trying to get this moped license, and he meets someone who looks like an older Alice, and someone that could be Emmy's father. But since he was so distracted, he couldn't tell if it was them or not.
Okay.
So that happened. He didn't put anything. He didn't put two and two together. So they're back at the apartment, and Emmy's human friend Rika goes to the house. I say, hey, have you guys seen Emmy? Like, she hasn't contacted anyone. She hasn't called to work. It's been days, type of thing. All she said was she was going to hiatus for her family thing, but we haven't heard from her since. And there's a storm outside. Things aren't looking good. So, yeah, so it's a Suzuno, Lucifer, Shiro, and Rika at this apartment. Mao is still out. He's not home yet. So Suzuno tells Lucifer, hey, we're going to go check it out. We're going to go fly there. So he gives Lucifer the potion to get their powers. And they're flying up into the sky. And, of course, Rika is like, what the fuck? Because she didn't know these people are demons or had powers. So, surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, so now Shiro, or Ashia, he's going to be stuck with her explaining this in the next episode.
Oh no.
Yep. So I was like, all right, not bad, but details. Let's move on.
Still better than season 2.
It's still better than part 1, yes. Still
I don't know why don't they do instead of season 2 part 1? They should do season 2.1. Season 2.2. That sounds better, right? Imagine Attack on Titan 4.1, 4.2, 4.3.
Yeah, but Japan.
They don't believe in the decimal system?
No. Who knows what their shit is? Anyway, Undead Murder Farce.
Okay.
Let's move on. I didn't forget it this time.
Good.
Yeah. Suguru, Aya, and Shizuku, they're at the park talking about what to do next because they already laid out the plan. They met everyone like, okay, so Lupin's going to be at this place at 11 o'clock to steal this thing. And then on the other side, Sherlock's in his office, and you can see Watson talk to him. And then, what you call it? What's the guy's name from Scotland Yard? That's
Moriarty?
like no. That's like the cop.
Sherlock?
No. What's his name? Fuck! It's gonna bother me now.
Just look at Moriarty. Because he'll probably be in there. Moriarty.
Yeah, so yes.
What
What the fuck is name from Scotland Yard? But anyway, Watson, the cop, we're talking to Lupin, but Lestrand.
No, never mind. That's not it.
Lestrand, no. Maybe.
No, it's not. That's not it. Moriarty, the Patriot. It's not. Do they have a full list of folks? Let me see. Staff. Can I click on staff? And that should tell me maybe. No, I should click on voice actors. That makes sense. Characters. There we go. Click on characters.
Yeah, Lestrade is Lestrade.
Huh?
Yeah, Lestrade. Inspector Lestrade from Scotland Yard.
Ah, Lestrade.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. But anyway, the real Sherlock comes in, is like, hey, who are you talking to? It's Lupin. It's Lupin in Sherlock's disguise. It's like, hey, thanks for telling me what your plan is going to be. So, see you tonight. See you at the show. So that happens. On the other side, Suguru is holding the cage, but Aya's not in there. He took the wrong cage. He took the wrong fucking bird cage. Because there was another bird cage on the other bench, but he was distracted because he went to get food when they were at the park.
Sure.
So he grabbed the wrong cage. So it was a parrot. The maid wants to kill him, but no, the maid runs off trying to look for him. So she coincidentally gets in the cart of the Phantom of the Opera and Lupin. Like, hey, I'm looking for this cage. Have you seen it? Like, Lupin's like, let's help her out. Hold on, let's see. We're not in a hurry. What's the rush? So what's going on? Suguru, he's looking like, I'm looking for my master's head, or else she's gonna kill me.
Rip.
Yep. So, but what you call it? Some guy has Aya's cage and got freaked out by the talking head, threw it out of the cage, and they got ran over by one of the horse carriages.
Oh no!
Cut in half.
Oh no!
But she regenerates, and it freaks the guy. It freaks the two out. Like, what the fuck?
I would probably freak me out too.
You're like, what the shit, man? But
I'm gonna die.
And they saw Aya's head. Like basically, it's in another carriage. So the maid sees it. It's like, hey, after that carriage. Eventually, they get it. Suguru has the head, and they're like, "Oh yeah, so whose carriage were you in?" And then it's Lupin and Eric. So Aya and Lupin have a little interaction. And he looks over at Suguru. He's like, "Oh, so who are you?" It's like, "Oh, I'm the Oni killer. I'm stronger than you." Why
don't you ask him all?
Yep, pretty much. Like, it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the Oni killer. I'm from the circus act fame." And also, I'm stronger than you. And Lupin's like, really?
All right, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah, so he pulls out fucking marbles. So he uses the marbles as they're on the ground to slide, dodging with these marbles. And he had a couple of marbles in his fucking head and fucking uppercutted him. Knocked him out.
We'll see Juice Robinson do that next week.
Yes, I was like, damn. It's like, well, disappointed. Okay, bye.
Wow.
So they were like, oh yeah, now we go to, it's nighttime. It's like where they're supposed to steal the penultimate diamond. Basically, everyone's inside, but what you call it? Suguru, Aya, and the maid, they're watching from the clock tower. I try to look for where Lupin is or Eric. While Sherlock and everyone else is inside of the thing, no one can get in or out. Sherlock grabbed the gun and shot the locks, the keyhole. Because basically, he knows Lupin can pick the locket, but if it's shot through, if the bullet is being blocked, he can't get in. So basically, he won't be able to get in. He won't be able to do it from between 11 and 11:30. So he's gonna be out of this. But they hear a rumbling from the ground like an earthquake, and water shoots up. He planted a bomb underneath. So basically, save yourselves or save the diamond.
The diamond.
Can't do both. But yeah, they're thinking what's he gonna do? Sherlock doesn't know what to do. But that was a cliffhanger there. I was like, holy shit. Can't go over the door, go in from underneath. Love it.
Makes sense.
Yep, fun episode. All right, moving on. Let us go. Dark Gathering. Let's go with Dark Gathering.
All right.
You're already not coming back, so I'm not going to convince you. Basically, it is a camping trip. Normal camping trip, not like, oh, we're going to... So Yaoi, Ketaro, and Eiko, they're all setting up. Ketaro talks to Eiko about the curse. And it's like, if there was a way to get rid of the curse, would you want to? And he's like, maybe because basically the curse kept them together. But if you lost it and got rid of it, then I wouldn't want it. So okay, that's how much she likes the fucking guy. And I love the supernatural, all this, but there's one thing I also want to learn that I haven't, and it's I want to learn more about you. So she's like open up to Ketoro, like she was going to confess to Ketoro. Fortunately, that didn't happen yet. So, what you call it? They're all set, the camp set up. Time to get dinner. So Ketoro says, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. We're going to go fishing. So Ketoro and Yaoi, they're fishing. Basically, he talks to Yaoi about, like...
Why didn't she just throw her doll in the river and get the fish?
No, doesn't... Basically, he wants no tricks, just to fish and talk, type of thing.
No tricks, just to fish. Yeah, that rhymed.
Yes.
Matt the rapper.
No tricks, just to fish. Basically, he's like, why do you keep trying to help? Type of thing. She asked Ketoro that.
Because I'm an idiot.
No, it's because basically, okay, yeah, I'm an adult. I am responsible because I have been tutoring you. I would not, I cannot have a kid go off on their own. That the person in me would not do that. I was like, be responsible. So basically, she's like this. Okay, fine. We're going to do this fishing contest. If I win, I do what I want, and you cannot stop me. Okay, deal. They both lost. No one caught a single fucking fish.
Fishing is not their forte.
Nope. They caught crab. They caught turtle. They caught a boot. No fish. So they go back defeated, but Eiko has a barbecue and all that going on. The happens all ate. They're happy. Ketoro and Eiko, they're like talking at nighttime, but Eiko sees like an outline of a person on a bridge, and they're jumping off the bridge.
Someone's committing suicide. Got it.
Yes, but it's a curse. It's a spirit. Don't know, but since he saw it, this spirit possessed Eiko. So that happened. So basically, she wants to go to the bridge so she can jump as this possessed spirit. So instead of Keto run away, he's actually learning from Yaoi like what to do. Like he's a step-by-step type of thing. But it's not like, hey, you're doing this no matter what. He actually asks what to do. Like he wants to help because basically he wants not just for them. He's also doing it for himself. He wants to learn about this stuff so he knows how to fight this curse to get rid of it. So he can't be a scaredy bitch anymore. Chips are down on the table. So Yaoi says, okay, so basically you gotta find a way to trap it into this bag with the salt and the purifying salt and all this. She'll be fine. Failed the first time. Well, got a doll in there, but it wasn't the one that they were looking for. And so Eiko, with the possessed thing, got Geto drowning in this little river. Hold him down, like underwater, except for his mouth, so that way the spirit can go in him. Does that, but as he got let go, he got something. It's sake. Basically, drink that. Basically, chuck it out, like spit it out, spit it onto the doll. The doll will be in that doll, and you trap it. So they did. So Yaoi gets the dolls out of the bag, at which one of you is cursing Eiko, and gets rid of it. Eiko is fine. Everyone's tired and all this. Eiko doesn't remember what the fuck happened. Yaoi is asleep. Eiko and Ketoro, they're still awake. And it led into Eiko telling Ketoro that she loves him. And Ketoro says, I love you too. And again, we're gonna do this together now. No more basically, even if I want to go to these places, I want you to come with me because I want to do this with you.
Now bone me.
Yes. And yeah, so that's happy. They're back home. Yaoi's teaching Ketoro more stuff. And Eiko's looking on in the back room. It's about how she was glad that he's actually being brave again and all this, like how they were when they were younger. I'm glad I found Yaoi for you to tutor. because basically get you out of your rut. And of course, her creepy smile again. I got you now, Keitoro. That was where that episode ended.
Not endearing. Cute, but not endearing.
I'm telling you, she's gonna watch some of these girls try to hit on him, and they're gonna go missing.
Oh, bro.
She has to be a fucking yandere.
Bro, she's gonna double mastectomy them. What do you mean?
No. She'll let him knock him up and then cut the baby out. Because she wants to make sure the sperm's good, but you ain't having the kid. So she'll gut him, pull it out, and go, all right, your seed's good, but you ain't having this baby. Fuck you.
Imagine if that's how abortions really were. Good God.
It is if you try hard enough.
It's so fucked up. Anyway,
moving on. The masterful cat is depressed again today.
Moving on to something more cheerful.
Yes. It's winter time. What you call it? She's fucking freezing. What's her name?
The tiger wants to cuddle.
No, Saku's freezing. And he's like, Yukichi, why don't we have a katatsu? And Yukichi just glared at her like, you fucking. And you find out basically she was passed out drunk while asleep on the katatsu, and there was beer spilling on the power outages.
Oh God!
So that's why we don't have a fucking katatsu.
Wow.
So Yukichi's like, "Fuck you for that."
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, bye, like get me one," and stuff like this. So Yukichi leaves her alone. Yukichi's basically pissed off at her, but he's at the grocery store doing his shopping.
Because tigers can go to the grocery store.
The cat. He's a cat. He's a masterful cat.
I'm calling him a fucking tiger. Have you
He's
seen the size? You've seen the size.
I'm watching the show, so yes.
Yes, it's a fucking tiger.
Nah, it's a cat, man. It's a cat.
I'm not watching the show. I'm calling it a tiger.
Fucking goodness.
Tiger-kun. Anyway, tiger. It's a boy.
No tiger.
It's a boy, right?
Yeah, it's a boy.
It's Tiger-kun. Okay. So Tiger-kun.
Yeah, but he gets out. He leaves the market. He sees that they're doing a lottery type of thing. If you win, you get a katatsu. That's a prize C. So Yukichi, he looks through his. He can basically trade in 5 receipts to get a thing. He does it and he fails. So no katatsu for him.
Not for him and Baka-chan. Okay.
Yep. And so his consolation prize is a pack of tissues. But what you call it? Yukichi goes home. No one's home. And he's already thinking the worst. Like, did she die? Like, did something happen?
Is he celebrating?
So he was overthinking it. And there was an image of her like looking like she was about to hang herself. I was like, Jesus Christ!
That's certainly more cheerful than what we just.
Yeah, or that she froze to death and all this. So Yukichi's freaking out. He basically bashes the door open, almost hits her because almost hits fucking Saku. Like, shit, like Yukichi, what the fuck? And then Yukichi just hugs her, like crying, like he felt bad.
Aww.
He's like wait, like it's okay. And you find out she actually won the katatsu from the thing.
Oh,
yeah. Like, it's okay. We don't have to spend money. I want it. It's all right.
Oh, she was useful.
Yeah, she was useful. The next part of it was Saku's mother sending her a text. Like, hey, basically, how you doing? I know you're hopeless, but is everything okay? Because you don't talk to us, child.
Are you alive?
Yes.
Did the cat eat you yet?
Yes. Also, you're like, how's your cat? You never sent a picture of the cat. Where is this cat? And so she's like,
right here.
Yeah, she's like, I can't send a picture. So it's like, wait, hold on. Yukichi, lay down. I'm gonna basically scratch you, rub your belly, and all this. So basically bolts. Well, I'll make a little cat out of this. So she does that. Takes a picture. It's like, that's fucking hair. Like, you can't fool me. What are you doing? So eventually, she does take pictures of Yukichi, but she doesn't wear she's like far away from him. That way, it makes it like he's small. Basically, the tricker.
Small.
All these type of things. Okay, get off my back. But they had a fun time bonding with all this. Okay, fine. And then when Yukichi was doing something, Saku's like, Yukichi, play with me. It's like she's like being like like she was acting like a cat, like I'm needy for attention. So she's just like, just grabs her, like, wraps her arm around her neck, starts to choke her like a headlock.
Oh,
like,
okay.
No, I'm not fucking doing this.
So that's the spirit of Antonio Inoki. She's got.
Yep.
Okay, Inoki-san got reborn into the cat.
Yep. And so, what you call it? Saku's mom, they send her a gift, but it's a sharpening stone. So Saku's like, "What the fuck am I gonna do this?" And Yukichi's like, "I got it." so now, yeah, because he cooked it, so he's like sharpening the blade, has this grin on his face.
Oh, like he looks like a murderer.
Yes, yeah, so like, gift's great, thanks, mom.
Murderous cat.
Yep. But out of that, it was fun. A lot of fun.
I just can't get over giant furry. Like it just I don't like shows that have giant furries like that. But out of all the shows, this is one of my favorite ones that you described.
Yes. Again, is this one of the more entertaining ones? All right. Well, moving on. Link click.
Oh, okay.
Picked up where we left off with the cliffhanger.
All right.
Basically, we do rewind a little bit from when the father was abusing them.
Mm.
You see that the guy next door, he was in fact calling the cops. Like, hey, there's violence type of thing, that all this shit's going on. Okay, that part happened. And we looked at what happened when the father was like getting the hammer. It hit the son or the mute's brother. So the kid got hit with the hammer.
So he's dead.
No, he's actually alive.
Okay.
Yeah, but the father was like, now he's freaking out a bit. Like, I was only trying to scare you, but he got mad at the mother again. Look what you made me do, you piece of shit. And basically he saw the picture that the mother and daughter took. Like, who took this photo? You fucking saw. He never heard of a timer.
No.
He legit never heard of a timer.
Oh.
And while it's going on, Lu Guan was trying to get to Cheng. So I tried to talk to him. Like he was even apologizing to, like, if I knew this was going to happen, I would not let you basically be in that picture, basically. Be in the timeline. So he's actually feeling legit bad for it. Just sorry for him. And then he eventually lost connection to Cheng.
Oh, no.
You don't know how. And Lu Guan, he does not know how. He was like, what's going on? Like, I can't hear him for a second. And then all of a sudden, the mother kicked the father's leg out.
You don't say kicked him in the nuts.
No. Like, kicked his leg out, make him fall down. Then she was grabbing the hammer to hit the father.
Do it.
So we don't know if Cheng switched bodies somehow that he's not aware of, or someone else did it.
Ooh.
So we don't know if Red Eyes did it or who. We don't know who did it. But before you see the impact, Cheng came back. He's in the hospital with everyone else. Like, he's out of the picture. He's out.
Done.
Yep. And then he doesn't remember what happened.
Ooh.
So all is going on. And then the detective, he was explaining what happened. Basically was the wife beat the husband to death with the hammer, and she got stabbed in the stomach after. They don't know by who or what or what. So that's how they both died, the mother and father. And they talked about, by the way, someone is here and wants to talk to you, Cheng. And it's like, me? He's like, what? And it's the mute girl. That's who had the mask on, had the hood up. Wants to talk to Cheng alone, no one else. So it's like, okay, and basically no recordings or anything. So that happens. Like he's outside the interrogating room. They give him something to listen in, but no phone. And then Lee, we'll call her Lee, is talking to Cheng in the thing, and she's asking him questions, like how Red Eyes would in the first episode of season 2. So Cheng's like, she's not Red Eyes, is she? And also we find out how is she talking, and it turns out she was never a mute. It was more of her body was more sensitive to a lot of stuff. It was like basically fucking up her senses. So like every time she would try to speak, it was always be like this giant lump in her throat. So she couldn't really talk. So like again, with all her senses heightened, they just made everything difficult for her. So that's what happened. Like, you know what? Okay. So as she was asking questions, and she's about like, "Don't lie to me again," and she's like, "Oh shit, this is fucking Red Eyes." Like, but it might not be. We'll see. But so they're like slowly trying to talk and all this, and Lee doesn't say much. Like, she's not giving him information or anything. Now it's just, I want a soda. So gets 3 bottles, and now dodges another question and says, "I have to go to the bathroom." Oh, and mind you, while all this is going on, Lu Guan is by himself. So he's by himself in the hospital room. So what you call it? Zhayo and Ling, the crew that with them. Well, one is the detective. One of the girls is like, I'll go follow them. I'll go follow Chang and Lee to the bathroom. And she goes there. She's like escorting them. And then Lee goes to the detective girl, like, "Come here, come closer." And she's like, "How'd you know I had to go?" Like, so basically, so you were listening to me. I said no recordings. No one listened in. And on the other end, Zhayo gets a call. Lu Guan's gone. Someone went to the hospital room and took him.
Red Eyes.
Yep. I don't know. But his old partner, Jinquan, is the one that knows the pink hair girl. Who knows Lee.
You're doing great with the Chinese names. I was so bad when we watched fucking Shenmue.
Yeah, Shenmue.
Yeah, I was so bad at it.
Yeah, so basically, Jinquan knows Lee. He sent Lee in there to basically distract Chang to get Lu Guan. So that was that cliffhanger. It's like, God damn it!
Sounds enthralling, sir.
It is enthralling. I can't wait for more. Anyway, that is it for me.
What does your shirt say? Don't touch what?
What?
What does your shirt say? Don't touch what?
Don't touch me, peasant.
Is that what you used to say to the people over in your old office?
Oh, I wish I could have, but
you should have.
Anyway, we're an hour in. Let's go.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
And that includes 9 minutes of talking about pointless wrestling.
Yep. Let's get to it. Let's go with Liar Liar.
It's all right.
It's okay. Like,
no regrets in watching it, but nothing that's groundbreaking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be in my top 13 by default, it seems.
It might be. We'll see. Probably a little mention.
You know what's crazy? Before we get started, I was really, as I watched today's episode of Glasses, which we'll get into later, I was really thinking to myself, I was like, like, I don't have too many anime this season that I'm like gung-ho about, all things considered.
No, I don't either.
And it's like the ones that I am gung-ho about, we're not going to be rating. Jujutsu, not going to rate. Rurouni Kenshin isn't bad. I'm not gung-ho about it, but I'm not like, oh, this is mid. Oh, we're not going to rate
but
that
we'll
one.
talk about that episode later.
We are going to talk about all these episodes.
Yeah.
I'm like, like, I don't know. It's kind of, I thought summer.
We were spoiled.
In spring, I know.
And winter.
And we thought this was going to continue in summer. Like, oh, we got so many bangers. And by reality, by how we have our standard for the podcast.
Yeah.
Not really.
No, we got some. I think the only ones that are like, wow, or like the ones that are potential top 5. Nothing's a 5. Nothing's a 5 for me.
I don't know about that. I'm sure. I mean, as it stands right now, fucking. I mean, for me, Bleach is obviously always is. My Happy Marriage, which we'll talk about at the end. That, to me, that's a fucking 6.
I mean, look at some episodes that are 5, but overall, maybe 1 or 2. I don't know.
Well, I mean, we only had 1 or 2 last season, believe it or not.
We did, yeah, but I don't know.
Well, you only had 1. I had like 2.
Yeah, I had Vinland, and was that it?
For you, maybe.
Could have sworn I had something else.
Let me look at the awards.
Well,
yeah, no, I only had 1. I agree. I only had 1. Oh, she.
Yes, so yeah, I had 2.
You had 2. I had 1.
Yep.
Everything else was like 4s.
Yeah, and I had Trigun as a 5 for the season before that.
I had My Hero, Trigun, Angel Next Door. Those are 3.
Yeah, like winter and spring, we had a lot more 4 and ups, but almost half these is like 3.5.
I feel like the median for this season is probably around like 3.5, 3.75.
Yeah.
All things considered.
And the only ones that are rated low for me is Dreaming Boy and Ayaka.
I don't rate them. Well, Dreaming Boy I will rate, and that won't get above the 3. But I don't rate those. Like the ones that I drop, I just don't rate. I'm just like, oh, they're disappointments, but like I don't sit there and rate it. I just drop it and move on.
Already, I gave Ayaka like a 1, so it's just...
It wasn't that bad.
Probably 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't even stick around to see like any real like anything.
Yeah, but I'm reading this shit. It's like, this sounds fucking stupid.
The animation is good.
Yeah.
It was good. The animation was good.
I like nothing about it.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to a fucking.
Yeah, let's. Despite it having an ecchi theme for like the beginning, we finally get one fan service type of scene.
Oh, we do. Yes, we do.
We do. Basically, what you call it? This is about where they said the elimination thing is over with, right?
The elimination. Yeah, they finished. They chose Homeboy's number 1 and
Hiroto, Himeji, Noah, a student council president.
Yep.
And some random person.
Yep.
And they wanted Hiroto to be the leader. He's like, no. It should be her. It should be Noah. Then Noah's like, why? I was terrible to people. Like, oh, not according to this chart. Apparently 99.5% of people forgave you. 0.5 did not. They know you were manipulated by this Satan guy, whoever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, students are behind you. They want you in it.
Yay.
So she does it. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And the student council president doesn't care. Because he just wants to win.
Yep.
We got, what you call it? Sarasa and Hiroto, they're out and about. Disguises. Do you know what they were buying?
Cards.
They're buying cards.
Skill cards.
Yes.
But the shop they go to only allows you to enter if you're a couple.
Yep. So he's like,
so it's a sex club.
Yep. So
when you really think about it, right?
Yeah.
It's a sex club. You have to enter as a couple.
And Sarasa is too pure.
She is.
Yeah, she's like, well, what do I do? He's like, touch my hand. Touch it, baby. It's like, hold it hand. It's like, it's a handshake. What the fuck you doing? Yes, it's like, oh, Gary, I'll say you guys are a couple.
It's good enough.
It's good enough. Hand holding, the most taboo.
Hand touching is good enough. Don't do anything like put your fingers in between. Ooh, that's that's etchy.
That's fucking perverted, man. That'd be censored, but
it is. It's like it's like octopuses just fucking, just holding hands like this.
But they went there. They went home. The maid's there, and she wants to do something nice. So basically, I want to scrub your two back. I want to scrub your backs
together
in the same tub
at the same time.
We could be naked or bikinis.
Your choice.
And she's like, what if we did naked? Like, well, I wouldn't mind. I just say anyway.
Yeah, I'm prepared to do it.
Yep, and they got the bikinis. They look good in the bikinis.
Of course they do.
Yep. And then, of course, the Ross is all flustered. Himeji's like, hey, it's cool. Get to scrub my master's back. And why are you doing making him flustered? He mine. He's gonna
be in my bed one day.
He owns me, not you.
He owns me. It would be great if they had chokers. That would make even more sense.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to have a choker, like maybe a small leash on the side that you can pull on.
Yeah, what's that little loop? You'll know later.
Yes.
Don't
worry about it.
You're good. You won't be hung. Only I'm hung. Wink, wink.
What else happened?
The backs. I think the next thing is a strategy meeting.
Okay, yeah.
I think the next day is the strategy meeting.
But no game, right?
No, the game had not started. Wait, did they? No. So hold on. So you? All right, no. We back up. So we talked about the scrubbing the backs. She's like, I don't have any bikini. Here's your rack of bikinis.
Yep.
They get in the tub, And of course, Hiroto was just embarrassed. He's like, "Oh my god, all I hear is like showering behind me." Da 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 da.
Yep.
And then I was like, "Yeah, nothing's gonna happen from this." So I kind of like tuned out. I'm not gonna lie. I pulled the Brian last. I tuned out during the episode.
You're like, oh no, no one's fucking, no one's grinding. Don't care.
Yeah, there's no or anything like that. So I was like, all right, whatever. So let's just skip that part. Anyway, Ecchi happened. That was cool. Strategy meeting. Oh, you want me to actually talk about the strategy meeting?
I was like, I don't know what actually was that it? Was that nothing else?
For the Ecchi scene?
For the episode in general.
No. It was a strategy meeting. So basically they come up with the strategy meeting. It's him, what's her face? Himeji? Hold on.
Himeji, Noah.
Let me pull up the fucking character names. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Himeji's
so
the name.
Noah. All right, for now, we'll do Noah, Himeji. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hiroto, Himeji, and Noah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry, my bad. 3. Okay, so the 3 of them, they go into the meeting, and beforehand, the other 2 people they had mentioned are basically like best friends. They're like brother and sister. They argue all the time, and despite the fact that they argue and talk shit and like fight, squabble all the time, they're still always together. So they're always best friends. So anyway, and as Matt mentioned, one of them is the student council president. And so they head into the meeting. There's some interactions a little bit between back and forth. And they basically say that there's 5 positions. You have soldier, you have support, you have 2 other bullshits, and then you have the commander. And so all the people start picking their choices. Hiroto basically has his phone bugged out. So they shows his starting position at like 3, which is really good. Basically the higher your starting position, the better you have a chance to do. But in reality, his starting position is actually 19 because he's only a 3-star. Even though he's a tricolor 3-star, he's still only 3 stars. So he's got to bug all the system and all that bullshit. So he's like, like this gives me an opportunity to basically control how everything's going to be if I'm the commander. So he starts to say, I want to be commander. And then the student council president is like, no, I want to be commander. Like, I can strategize, I can formalize, like it's what I do on a daily basis anyway as the student council president. Like, I think I should be good. So Hiroto's like, nah, I don't really want that to, like da. So there's a little bit of a squabble back and forth. And so basically after the squabble, Himeji offers a suggestion I do not remember. They come up to a agreement that basically they're going to let Hiroto be the commander. But the caveat to that is the student council president, it's a 3-day tournament. He said, I need you to take out 3 other commanders by the end of the 2nd day. If you have not done that, then you'll cede commandership to me because you're allowed to change commanders once. And so he's like, all right, no problem. I could do that. And so they agree to that. And then they go over just basically how the game works. I don't ever pay attention to how these fucking games really work if they're this complicated and like large.
Right.
So it is what it is. It's going to be a large game. Multi competitions. You have 5 lives, if I remember correctly. You have 5 different lives. Once you expend your 5 lives, you're eliminated. Once everybody in your team is eliminated, your team's out. You're done. Team with the most people left, I think, at the end of the 3 days wins. And they reset. All the lives reset. If you survive the day, then your lives are reset. So if you survive day 2 with 1 life, day 3 you'll have 5 lives. So there's that caveat as well. And I think everything starts in the center, District 0, which is considered like the newest, like center district, whatever the fuck. And then it branches outwards. So they basically said, like, you don't want to stay in the center. You have to like go out and venture, but you can't venture too much because then you ruin fucking yourself, if I remember correctly, them right. Describing the game. So it's a whole bunch of stuff. We're not doing a good job describing it because that's how much of an impact it let on us.
It's an okay episode.
Yeah. It is what it is. Let's move on.
Yeah, plus we have so many shows, so
that are better.
Below us. All right, let's go to it. Horimiya.
Why are we starting Horimiya second?
Oh, you want actual like meh ones first? Okay.
Yes, I want all the meh ones first, dude. Get all the meh ones out of the way. We like our rom-coms. Our rom-coms get, center focus for the most part, and then we move on to the bigger ones like Jujutsu, which we won't review this week. And
we don't have Tiny Senpais today.
We don't have Tiny Senpai either.
Fine. Let's go with glasses.
Are we doing? Hold on. So are we doing the entire stretch? I think, why don't we? Did you like Gene a lot this week?
It was okay. It was fine.
Let's talk about Gene.
Let's
Let's
go
get that
Gene.
out of the way. Let's go Gene. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can go on a
Around
on a ROM bench. Yeah, we can go on a ROM bench.
Except for our main event, but
of course.
Let's see. Try to remember what happened.
Gene of AI.
Yeah. Yes. We had one of the robots go to the blacksmith.
It's a blacksmith. Yeah, in the mountains.
Basically, sending him to learn.
Yeah, so because they basically want to capture like historic methods of doing works, for I guess research, you could say, like historical.
Yes, basically how they do things is dying now, so they want to preserve it. They will preserve the learn of the old ways type of thing.
Yeah, and I liked that piece of this episode more than the second piece.
Yeah,
during the piece, they mentioned the transition of historical recording, and it said back in early days they would write, then they included pictures, then over the course of time you had video and cell phone recording, and you had media where you can put the media on, like DVDs and USBs and things of that nature. So the next thing now is through AI, and you teach the AI how to do it, so that way when the human no longer can, or there's no humans that can do it, you're able to have that collective data that's instilled within the AI for the AI to do that. I thought that was actually really well explained and is a proper picture of the way society is going towards, I would say. Gene is very interesting. It's not one of those that's like overwhelming, but it's one of those that, like, especially me being in IT, like this, it hits a different like thing for me where I enjoy it. I'm never overwhelmed. I'm never like, this sucks. It's a cool ride. This is my cool ride anime probably, I think, this season.
Right. But anyway. What you call it? Lerner-kun, which is the robot.
That's his name, guys. That's his name, Lerner-kun.
Yep. He eventually does get accepted. He went to the doctor's office a couple of times because he had burn marks. Not gonna lie, when I did post the preview picture when I did the thread, I thought they were like drug marks, like drug holes.
Oh, I thought
that's what I thought. I thought he was like.
I first saw it, I thought he got beat. I was like, oh,
no, I thought it was addiction. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, let me get that raw oil. Give me that raw oil.
No. He got something. Inject with that Rule 34.
Put that WD-40 in there, baby.
Exactly.
Oh god.
Anyway, the greatest Kid Hill joke is putting WD-40 on WD-40. He couldn't. The WD-40, the can was stuck, so he grabbed a little one to.
Oh wow!
And then used that to work on the doorknob.
You said I was King of the Hill?
Yes.
Rest in peace to Dale Gribble.
I know, poor Dale. I was sad.
Dang old Dale Gribble, man. Rest in peace, man. Goddamn, man. Don't be
sad
sad about it, man.
Dang it,
Hank, what we gonna do, man? Hank, give me a beer, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, old Dale.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But what you call it? The Learner Fate. The old man, he gets a little upset for how well Lerner-kun is doing.
Yeah. But at first he's like, I don't give a fuck about these robots. They're not gonna learn shit. You'll never be able to replicate what real manpower and knowledge and dedication.
And then it goes to, hey, he's pretty good. Like, I'll teach him some shit. And
look, I guess it's better than my knife. I got to get up an hour earlier to make a better knife.
Yeah, but first it obsessed him, then it motivates him.
Yeah,
it went the completely different direction. Like I could, so it makes him want to do better.
Yep.
So like, holy shit, that was a good first half. Who was the second half?
Something with a boy. I think.
Well, there's always a boy somewhere, but was it Perm-kun?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the little toy little robot.
Right. Okay. The other one was there's a little robot boy. He's basically an exchange student.
Yeah.
Basically, learn amongst the humans, with interact with the students.
Yeah. And again, it was another interesting concept. It's like, if you teach AI life experiences, they're able to like understand humans more in terms of what they have experienced in their life, having gone through similars in their archive. Right. And another caveat to that was interesting is the fact that you have Perm. Was it Perm? P-E-R-M. Perm. So Perm-kun is what is it, third grade, I think. something like
Third or
that.
fourth, yeah.
Like 3rd or 4th grade.
I'm not gonna lie, I was worried for Perm because I thought they were gonna abuse the shit out of it, like beat it up or something like that, dismantle it.
No, I thought Perm-kun was gonna go crazy and fucking like
That too. Yeah, either he was gonna go crazy or they were gonna hurt him.
yeah, and hurt them because he went crazy. Regardless, anyway, though, there's different Perm-kuns in different structures of school. So there's college Perm-kun, there's high school Perm-kun, there's
Junior
middle
high and
school
all that. Yep.
Perm-kun, there's like little baby pre-K Perm-kun, and now it focuses specifically on elementary Perm-kun. Anyway,
But yeah, he's introduced to the class. The class warms up to him.
yeah,
Like he's doing all this cool stuff for them. They're playing.
Yeah.
Jump rope.
yep.
And
2,943.
well, that was later, but
This is the principle of jumping rope. Imagine swinging a rope 2,943 times.
Perm could, but the kids couldn't. But
The kids did it before Perm was like, "Oh, these kids are dying. Let me fuck up so they can stop."
yeah, but before that though, it was basically there's like, oh, he's gonna draw them in this. You like,
Yeah.
he's doing all these things, and then one of the days he's like upset. Perm-kun,
Yeah.
he's like not
Yeah,
himself.
because what Matt said in particular is they gave him a box cutter, and for children like at that age, you don't give a child a box cutter unless you're monitoring them. So he give Perm-kun the box cutter, and they're like, "Sensei, isn't that a bad idea to give him a box cutter and you're not watching?" And he's like, "No, he's got this. Check it out." And so Perm-kun takes the box cutter, stab, 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 makes a perfect picture of one of the boys. And so then all the people are like, "I want one, I want one, I want one, I want one." So the same scenario, they're I guess on break or they're in art class or something. Perm-kun has the knife, and Perm-kun is depressed, like Matt said, and they're like, "Oh, Perm-kun, aren't you gonna make something?"
And he's like, no. And then one of them, either one of the professors or teacher explained that basically they're all sharing knowledge. Like they're all like the one connected network.
Yeah. So one Perm-kun probably like sliced a finger and was like, "No, I don't want to do it no more. I'm scared."
Yes.
And now that triggered to all the other Perm-kuns to beware of a box cutter.
Yep. And then so the kids were like, let's just cheer him up. That's where we had the 2000 with the jump rope.
Yep.
They know he loves jump rope. He loves to play.
Yep.
And they find out Perm's going back.
Yep. His exchange time is over.
Yep. And then Perm-kun was like thanking the students, like, that time you did with the jump rope with me, like forever. That was my favorite time.
Yep.
So that made the kids sad. But no, it was an intriguing episode.
It wasn't bad.
I like the development of the AI. I like how they do it and how people would react to.
I do want to kind of get back to the main story though, because we haven't seen anything from the main story in terms of like the evil parts of the AI or the
about his mother. Yeah,
AI, his mother. Like I want to kind of get back to that. Like I get the principle of establishing how AI is going to affect the new world when we're long gone, and that's I think a good take to this series. But you introduced in the first 2 episodes that AI can be used for bad things. There are people that have done bad things.
And
there are laws established against that.
Yep.
The main character was affected as a result of that action that caused these laws, and he's on the search to for redemption, basically. So let's get back more to that.
Yeah, I think we will soon.
This has got a potential to be like a 4 for me. It's got potential
around there. I think that's the highest it would go.
I agree. Right now it's at like 3.5.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now let's get to the rom-com hour.
Rom-com section.
And we mean literal hour, but
oh god. Anyway,
all right, let's get to it. Now we'll do girl glasses.
Yes, the girl forgot her glasses.
Let me pull up the episode.
Well, I just saw it like an hour ago. I can basically kind of go off of it. So basically the episode starts off Mie and
it fucking disappeared on MAL.
Really?
Yeah, randomly. Like I just saw it.
Are you Mie? You can't see? You need glasses?
Yeah, oh, there it is. Okay.
You need glasses?
It was under bleach for some reason.
Why is it under bleach?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Matt Kuhn, is that you?
I didn't rank it the same thing. Relax.
Anyway.
Okay, but yes, of course, I forget the glasses.
Again.
I
hate this trope already. Like
I know.
I hate it. I hate it. There's one criticism I have of this. Why can't the bitch just fucking get her glasses?
Or what happened here? Komura fucking takes them home.
But she oh
God. No, it'd be like this. Go to school with the glasses, walk her home, before she gets inside her house, take the glasses, take them home, and then before school starts, go to his class, give her the glasses. She doesn't forget them. It's in good hands.
And Komura,
And she can have her glasses, and she has a pair of glasses at her house.
At some point, he'll probably beat his meat to the smell of the scent of the glass case and shit.
Well, he's already imagining her at his house with the glasses.
Yes, we're gonna get to that in a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyway, of course, yeah, she forgets the glasses. Big fucking whoop.
The sky's blue.
Big fucking whoop. But what'd you call it? She goes walk home for friends, and of course she leaves her glasses on the desk.
And it's a Friday.
Yeah, it's a Friday. So Komuro, he helps the teacher with something before he goes home, and as he's about to close the door, he sees her glasses.
Oh,
so he's like, God damn it. So he texts his eye, hey, you forgot your glasses. He's like, okay, leave them there.
It's the weekend. You're right. Take them home with you.
Yeah, so basically, Komura, he takes him home. He's like, oh my God. And he goes home, like, she's technically in my house.
I brought Mie home with me.
Yes. So I was like, wait, hold on. Like, oh, the glasses. Right.
You know, when you put the glasses in the corner, which you'll get to in a second, I was thinking to myself, is he going to set up a shrine?
I hope not. Oh my God. I was like, no.
Rudy?
No.
Rudy shrine?
That'd be awful, but no.
That would be hilarious. But I would bump it up for me just on hilarity.
Yeah, but yeah, Komura was letting him know, like, hey, I got your glasses. I'm taking care of them. Like, I wonder what Ai's thinking. Yeah, I hope there's no scratches on her or anything.
Yep.
But no, Komura cleaned it up real nice.
He grabbed the tissues. I thought the worst.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
He grabbed 2 tissues, and I'm like, oh, he's like, I got to have them face the opposite way. Oh, no.
Yeah,
but he cleaned them.
Yeah, he cleaned them. He put them on the shelf so that way he doesn't lose them. He doesn't touch them.
Yep.
None of that shit.
Meanwhile,
and now all of a sudden, she's an image of her sitting on the shelf.
It's me.
Like, I'm here. It's me, Mie.
It's me, Mario. It's me, Mie.
So, all's going on. The phone rings.
Because Mie is reading her book and she thinks about Komura-kun and her glasses as she cleans her own glasses and was like, I wonder how my glasses are doing. Let's call Komura.
Yep, and calls him. It's like, hey, how's it going? Talks about how he cleaned the glasses. Like, you know, it's like I'm at your house. I wonder what you're doing and all that.
Yeah.
And then he sees the images of her. Sitting there, it's me, Mie. It's me, Mie.
It's me, Mie.
That's creepy.
It was very creepy. And then he struggles to fall asleep, looks at the corner. It's me, Mie.
And then he had a sleepless weekend.
He had a sleepless weekend.
It's after the weekend now.
Hold on, pause this. I feel like this is the genesis of Kazuya.
How you reckon?
Just, you know, he's putsy, but he's in middle school, so it's acceptable.
Oh, with Chizuru? And,
yeah.
I was like, wait. Which Kazuya? Like, which Kazuya is talking?
No, not cool Kazuya. Dorky fucking Chad Kazuya.
Okay.
Anyway.
We go the next day. Gives the glasses because he forgot.
And she forgets him again.
Yeah. And, okay, hey, well, first though, she's like going to him. She falls.
Yep.
And she wraps her arms around to hold her balance.
Yep.
And she's like, get up, like, I'm sorry. And he's like, thank God.
And he's fighting a boner at this stage. He's fighting it.
Yep, he's like, no, thank you. I'm glad you forgot your glasses this time.
Yeah.
And something about her dad. Like, what?
Yeah, she's like, oh, there's one time that I looked too close to somebody's head and we bumped foreheads. And there was another time I looked too close and our lips touched. And this whole time, Komura was like, ha ha ha, huh? Nani?
No worry, it was my dad. So
and Mie recognizes his face of shock, like, you kiss a boy, and she's like, no, it's my dad. It's my dad. Oof, okay, there's hope.
She's flustered a bit, and he's flustered.
Yep.
Like, Komura-kun, let me rub your shoulders.
No, because he said his shoulder hurts.
Okay, but still, like, we go to the next thing.
Basically, he wants this. Forgot her glasses. Shoulder hurts. He's like, Komura, what's wrong? My shoulder hurts. And she's like, oh, my dad says I give really good shoulder rubs. That's cool. She's like, my mom does too. That's cool. Let me rub your shoulders. Okay, fuck.
Okay, so she's standing behind him. Basically, he doesn't want her touching him like that.
Yeah.
But eventually, she does it. Does it nice and slow. It's like, this feels
You're
kind
really
of
good at
nice.
this. You're really good at this. She's like, I could do this with my eyes closed. I did chuckle at that joke.
I was like, your eyes are technically closed.
I chuckled at that joke.
I know. I was like, yeah, it was funny. But gives her the massage. He thanks her. And then you see her flop down, writing
Start
something.
writing.
And he's like, shoulder rub. What you do is like, oh, these are just ways I could repay you for how you helped me.
When I don't have my glasses.
Yeah.
And she said, but don't worry, I can do anything you want when I have glasses on. No, it's okay.
I was like, I would have been like, anything.
Oh, I'm sure he's thought about that. Anything.
Oh, yeah. But not like Ichikawa. And
this lollipop's a little hairy.
Stop it. Oh, stop it. No. I mean, Alexa's against the center of the top. Let's find out. One, two. Oh, fuck. Not even a full 3. Got him.
Oh, pop.
But anyway, Komura, he passes out on his desk.
Yep.
And I just looks at him real close. With her glasses on, mind you.
Oh yeah, you're skipping on today. Yeah, he's passed out. He's
tired. He's finally exhausted.
Yeah, Mie tries to wake him up like Komura, 6 periods beginning, and he's out for the count. Yep, he smoked some good shit on lunch.
And she actually looks at him up close with the glasses.
Plays with his hair.
Yep.
Then grabs a seat, stares at him, grabs his hand, like looking at like he's like she's never seen a hand before. Like, oh, these hands are so manly. I wonder what it would be like inside me. The type of look. Genuinely, that's the type of look she gave him.
Yeah.
And she puts her hand on his hand, and she's almost about to link her fingers. The dreaded etchy finger interlocking, and he wakes up. And he's not saying shit. He's flustered as fuck. Mie with her glasses on. She becomes flustered. Drops the hand immediately. Like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, no, she's like, I was just getting a good look of you now that I have my glasses on. Oh, okay. And she's like, everybody's flustered. It's quiet. It's awkward. She's like, she stands up. You can take a good look at me. Arms wide open. And he's like, no. You're good. I know what you look like. You're good. End episode.
Yeah, this was a fun episode.
It was cute.
All right, moving on. Rent a Girlfriend.
Hold on a second. Before we, because I feel like, do we have any other?
We have Horimiya, Rent a Girlfriend.
Let's do Duke. I think Rent a Girlfriend's episode is better than Duke's.
Okay, let's go with Duke.
Let's go with Duke of Death.
All right, that's fair.
Come on, Sean. I'm giving your show love. Come on, Starman. He's not here, but I'm just saying. Giving you some love.
But I digress. But what you call it? We start with Rob. And yeah,
I thought they were going to confront Rob with what the fuck.
Probably not yet. Probably not yet. So now he's getting the thoughts like Bo-chan of like being alone and all this.
I'm so sad as he looks at Cat's play. You guys are so lucky you have family.
Yeah. So yeah, like he got no one, doesn't have a wife, doesn't have children.
Nope.
Just the life of a butler.
Nope.
And he sees Alice and Rob come back. He welcomes them home.
He's excited.
Yep, he told them that they went to the circus. Like, oh, that must have been a wonderful time. Like, by the way, brought presents.
And it's all trash. Literally.
No, he loves some of it.
It's like he's talking to children. That's why he's like, I'm so happy you guys thought of me to give me this trash. Except for Alice's gift. Alice actually gave him something useful.
What did she give him?
Coffee beans.
Yes, because he loves his coffee.
Useful. Yep. What did Bo-chan give him? A cork with Hugo's name on it, a paper. The only thing useful that he gave fucking Rob was 3 tickets. 2 for them and 1 for him.
Yep, tickets to the show and a new chess set. So now Bo-chan wants to play chess with Rob. So and then Rob gets like, maybe I'm not as lonely.
Nope.
So yeah, I thought we were gonna get the confrontation.
Yep, I thought so too.
But
not a lot. The reason why I went with Duke this week is because there wasn't a hell of a lot that was done to progress last week's like major story.
Yeah.
When you really think about it, it's just cute moments.
Right. And then on the other end of this, Viola.
Yep.
she's snacking and all this.
She's being a fat ass.
Yeah, Walter's like, "Oh, aren't you getting fat?" Like, also, who wears stockings like this for like a 12-year-old? Like, what the fuck?
It's sexualized a little bit, you know that. Short
I know.
shorts, stockings.
I know.
She's got tits. They're showing a little bit, not showing, but like you can see the form of tits.
She's about to hit puberty, type of thing.
Dude, no, she's got the tits of somebody who hit puberty like last year.
I don't get that vibe from her, but that makes sense. But anyway, she's like, "Oh, I don't care. There's nothing wrong with a little weights." It's like, well, you know,
Rob likes skinny girls.
And Rob hates fat chicks. I don't know about you.
Rob hates fat chicks.
And the girl's like, "Well, time to go on a diet." Okay.
Let's weight lift. I was really hoping when they said let's go weight lift and she started working out, she was gonna pull what's her face from I forget her name, little blonde girl. She's like, Moody, I can't.
Oh, yeah. What's her? I forgot her name. But
Carol. I was expecting her to pull a Carol.
I know.
1, 2, I can't.
And then 1, 2, Walter freaks out. 2.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been so much better.
Oh god, he would have got PTSD because he hates the number 2.
2.
Yep.
Where are you going? I'm gonna drop a number 2. 2.
So he never goes number 2. It's always number 1.
It's always a 1 or a 3. There's no 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Did she give up? I forgot. Did she give up?
She started doing it. She's like, this is boring. I don't like it. And then they're like, what about Rob? Like, okay. But no, Walter actually she's working out. They run around. She's tired. She doesn't want to do it. Long story short. But Walter kind of cheers her on, basically, and it actually does give her some good advice to keep on going. But Walter at the same time is doing it selfishly because he's trying to do what he can to get in good graces so he can try and basically usurp Botchan as the number 1 so he can get the role as the head of the house for the company house, whatever the fuck it is. So he's got that kind of internally. It's not really a major piece. It's kind of just for laughs and some cuteness. But the rest of the episode focuses more on Cuff and Zane.
Yes, because I think they're on their way to Botchan and Alice.
No, they went on a dato.
Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna go there.
No, they went on a dato. Hugo cockblocked for most of the episode.
Yep.
They're at a zoo. And so Hugo's cockblocking, but then they have a moment as they're sitting there, and it's Hugo and Zane. And basically Hugo's like, I don't want to interrupt your alone time. It's just that I have no friends and I have nobody to hang out with me. And so Zane's like, what happened to your pickpocket buddies? And Hugo's like, I got rid of them a long time ago. Like, they got mad at me because I wasn't going to hang out with them. But, it is what it is. So, would you guys just let me, hang out with you guys from time to time? I don't want to interfere in your relationship, even though I like her first, which is cute.
Bullshit.
Like, okay, whatever. But no, that was a nice moment.
Yeah.
So everybody has a good time. All's well, end well. And they're like, all right, let's go see Botchan and Alice.
Okay, that's right. Okay, now they're on their way. And
they get caught in a blizzard.
Yep. And so Zane gets cuffed to a little shelter place.
Go in a cave.
Yep. They start a fire, and we got another musical. Another musical number.
Yes, we do.
This is why I said technically it's music. We get music from them. It's like more than once. I was say it's not, but technically.
I don't want to do that just because for something to win by default.
We did for some of our stuff. We get Gundam default for originals.
Do we have originals here?
I have Link Click.
I have nothing.
We had Ayaka, but we dropped it.
I have nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing original.
So find one.
Yeah, so there you go.
Find one and binge it.
Find one and binge it. Is Cats not original?
Nope.
Hold
on. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look real quick.
So while you do that, I'll keep on going.
Talk for a little bit.
Talk about Duke. Blah 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 blah. No, okay.
Can I kiss you? Can I feel your boobs?
Yes, that happened in the episode. Yes.
Yeah.
No. So basically, they sit down, they talk, and of course, as Matt said, Zane wants to be a little pervy, and Cuff is like, "Nah, you're good. Nah, don't do that." And they break into it's a song and dance, and as they have the fire, basically the song and dance surrounds the animal that they saw throughout the zoo that afternoon, and then after the animals dissipate, they sit down and they start having a serious conversation about about Alice and Bochan, and Cuff asked Zane, like, hey, earlier in the day you were thinking about Dalith, huh? And she goes, yeah, I was just trying to like think about her like next move, what she's gonna do. And we did skip a part that while they're at the zoo, you see Dalith writing something in her journal, and she's still like upset at the fact that people saw her scarred face, and she's upset that no magic can fix the scars that her sister impacted on her. And she says that she feels lonely because she feels ugly. So there's a little bit of character like unraveling from that perspective. Very, very brief. So anyway, you see Zane. I'm thinking about Dalith, what her next move is, and they start thinking about Bochan and Alice, and they just reflect, and they say out loud basically how like pure their relationship is and how they want to do whatever they can to try and like fix it, to the point that Zane says, hey, I'm thinking about going back in time and seeing if we can prevent the curse from ever being put on Bochan. And he mentions, he's like, I wasn't able to go back in time and save our parents. As you know, my time can't change fate, but we don't know unless we try. And you see in the fire, like you see Alice and Bochan together, the silhouettes of them, and they're dancing around the fire as they talk. And Cuff asks Zane, I have a question. And he goes, what's up? And Cuff is like, if by some chance this blizzard never clears and you and I are stuck in this cave forever, what do you want? What would you do? And Zane automatically, he's like, I want to cop a feel. A feel. And then, but no, he's like, in all seriousness, he's like, that's an obsolete question because this is going to clear in the morning. And once it clears in the morning, we'll go on home, and then we'll see Bochan and Alice, and we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. Okay. So they fall asleep. Next morning comes, it clears. Everything is good. They walk out the cave. They're about to fly. And a Cuff pulls Zane back and is like, wait. And Zane is like, what? And she kisses Zane on the cheek and says, thanks. And Zane's like, do it again. And Cuff is like, no, let's go. And they start flying off the end of the episode.
Yep.
So that was cute.
That was nice. All right, now let's do her.
I watched this with Karen, and she was just like, oh, I'm going to watch it. She put it on her list, on her Crunchyroll list.
Also, we got 7 more.
Is that good or bad?
That was good.
Hey, we'll make it under 3 hours.
As in, let's go. Horror. Now we'll do Horimiya.
Oh, you want to do Horimiya over this one? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
You've been trying to do Horimiya for the last 30 minutes, so might as well.
Yeah. Sakura gets some screen time in this one.
I love her.
Yes. But basically, it was more. This first story is about she reads manga. She always buys this bundle with the mangas with stories in it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna like, all right, now it's time to get next week's issue. She goes there. It's gone. Like, it's gone. Sold out. So maybe try another convenience store or wait a couple of days. And who's there?
Yanagi.
Yes.
Yanagi's there, and he's like, hey, I'm trying to kill time. So I bought this, but here, my bus is here, and I know you wanted it because I saw you sulking. So here you go. You can have it. And she's like, oh, thanks. I'll pay you back tomorrow. And, she mentions like, hey, you remind me of such and such character. And Yanagi's like, thanks? Question mark?
Yeah,
and
so you find he doesn't read it, yeah.
Yeah, Sakura's like, oh my God, like, Fies creeped him out. Like, he thinks like I'm a weeboo now. Like, oh, fuck, what an idiot. I'm such a fucking idiot. Yeah. So Yanagi leaves. Yanagi pauses outside the Konbini and was like, she compared me to a female character. Am I effeminate? Does she look at me like I'm a bitch? Like, am I gay? Like, what is this? What kind of shit is this?
What totally is.
So we move on from there. The next day, they meet up, they hang out, they start talking, and they start forming, a really cool friendship over manga. And they start talking about manga. They start, like looking forward to the next week where they could read it together. And then as they're walking, Yanagi's like, Sakura's like, hey, Yanagi, you don't have your glasses on. And he's like, oh, well, I don't like the way I look in them, and I'm wearing contacts anyway. And she's like, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, I need to go actually probably get some new frames. And she's like, do you want to come with me? And she's like, of course. And internally, she's like, who would turn down a date with Yanagi? Of course I'm going to go. Yes, let's go. And then, Yanagi says something really sweet or kind to her. I don't remember exactly what it was, but she says something and she runs away flustered. And Yanagi's like, did I say something wrong? Why are you running away from me? Don't run. Nigemasen. And you see them like basically they end up having like a cute little date with the glasses and everything, and that's cute. Anyway, we move on to the next section. It's Yoshikawa. And Yoshikawa, she's with Hori. They're in the library, they're gonna study, and Hori leaves to go get what's it called? Pencil, lead, and paper. And so she leaves, and Yoshikawa's bored. She's just sitting there. She's got a cute little dumb look on her face, little mush look. I thought it was really cute. That was what I used for the thread pick. And she's like, all right, enough. She stands up because she's bored. And as she stands up because she's bored, she slams the table, and somebody's approaching the table. Who's approaching the table, Matt?
Was it Miyamura?
No, it was Yanagi.
Oh.
And Yanagi drops the books because he's like, oh shit, he got scared. And Yoshikawa's like, dude, my bad. Didn't mean to scare you. Da 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 da. So she, bends down. She picks up the books, and their hands touch again. Those etchy hands.
Yep.
Those etchy hands. And so, actually, I skipped the part. Let me finish this sequence, and I'll go back to the part that I skipped. With Yoshikawa. So Yoshikawa's like, oh my god, our hands touched. So she, finishes what she's doing in the library. She runs over and she sees Ishikawa. And they start like arguing again because they argued earlier in the episode, to the part that I'm gonna get to. And they touch hands, and she's like, my hands are cold. And she's like, what do you mean your hands are warm? Like, dude, my hands are colder, is what Ishikawa is saying. But Yoshikawa like thinks internally, and you see like the cute little white blurbs with the colors come out, and she's like, whenever I touch hands with Ishikawa, I always feel warmer inside. And Ishikawa makes a joke like, you want to hold hands? You want to go home? Want to go hold hands? And she's like, no, I don't want to fucking hold hands. But she's flustered in a way to like, she wouldn't mind probably holding hands. The part that I skipped involves Yoshikawa again. Yoshikawa's in class and she's reading a book of hers. And the book consists of what if you switched bodies? And starts thinking about all the characters that are around her, all her friends. What if they switch bodies? The different intricacies in their personalities. And she gets all giddy and excited, like thinking, having these internal
That's right, that did happen.
Yeah, and Ishikawa is looking at her like, the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking weirdo. And so she starts thinking about what if she switched with Ishikawa, and then she wonders, she's like, oh, what about when we have to take a shower and use the bathroom? Like, that doesn't work. Like, we don't want to see each other's privates. So then she goes, what about the bathroom? And Ishikawa's like, go to the bathroom. Like, it's not good for you to hold your pee. Go ahead. She's like, no, that's not what I meant. So that was whatever. Like those two parts are really whatever with Yoshikawa. The second part of the episode, though, is really the cuter part of the episodes. Miyamura is walking home and notices a scarf fall from the third floor of the building. And he looks up and there's two girls snickering as the scarf fell. And he picks up the scarf. And who comes over to get the scarf?
Who comes over to get the scarf?
Sawada. She comes over to get the scarf. And she's got this like quick look, like, thanks for picking up the scarf. But she's flustered. And Miyamura, having been the victim of bullying, puts two and two together really quick and was like, are those girls bullying you? And she goes, no, they're not. But she knows Sawada's full of shit. And she's like, all right, walk to me if those girls are bullying to you. You don't have to tell me, though. So he walks over and he basically whispers to the girls in the window, like, stop bullying, you uggos. And they get upset. But basically this leads to Sawada and Miyamura walking home together. And Miyamura tries to give good advice. Like, like Sawada's like, you won't understand what it's like to be bullied. You have all these fucking cool friends, not knowing Miyamura's past life. And Miyamura's like, I didn't ask for any of them to be my friends. They just became my friends because they want to be. At the end of the day, you just have to continue to live your life and, like, ignore them. And then eventually they'll come to you. And then it's up to you whether you want to be friends or not. But at the end of the day, once they come to you, you won. And she's like, why do I want to win? And I was like, isn't that the point of getting back at somebody who bullies you? She's like, no, it's not what I want. But we digress.
Even though it is.
So she starts having these thoughts. She basically, she's coming home from school, going to school rather. And the same two girls are gossiping about her. And she's like, oh, like that girl's weird. She has no friends. She's so close to the third years. Oh, I wonder what she's done with the third years. Just gossip.
Yeah, that.
And she starts getting in her feelings about it. So she's just sitting outside or standing outside in the hallway. It's the end of fall basically, so it's fucking cold as shit outside. And you see Remy and Yoshikawa running by, like, Sawada, come inside, you're gonna get sick, come on. So she comes inside, and they notice something's wrong. Like, hey, are you okay? And you see Remy offer her fucking like candy that tastes like bugs and shit, the typical her. But then she goes, "Am I weird?" And they're like, "Yeah, you're weird. You're very weird."
Yep.
And then she's like, "Oh, like, do I get along with the third years like really well?" And they go, "Yeah." And they're like, "Is that bad?" They're like, "No, there's nothing wrong with that. We're your friends, of course."
Yeah, like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah. And they're like, "Well, what's going on?" And she's like, "I don't have any friends in my year." And they, talk about how I'm so close to you guys and I have nobody I can talk to in my year, in my class. And they're like, "Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but being like, friends with us. And I'm sorry, we're not in your class, so we can't be your friends in class, but, just keep on going, things will clear up." So she goes to class, and then while in class, the same two girls, they're part of the art club, and they're trying to attract more members. And they have this giant poster, but they can't hang it anywhere because of the fact that the main place that they can hang it, the front hallway, they said only the third years can use the front hallway bulletin board, and they'll get mad if we use it up there. So she tries to hang it somewhere, but like somewhere in there, I think a stairwell, but a dark stairwell, but not like she can't get it. And Remy and Sengoku are there, and they're like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm just trying to hang this poster." And they're like, "Oh, well, you hung it incorrectly, you can't reach it." Like, and so then Sengoku and Remy start to help her, and they're like, "Let's take it somewhere better." So they take it, they walk, and by this point, Sawada's also on Sengoku's shoulders, so they're walking the shoulders, which is cute. It's kind of cute. So they end up in the front hallway, and Sengoku tells Remy, like, "Move that poster down there, hand me the things, I'm gonna hang the poster." So he hangs the poster dead in the center basically of the front hallway bulletin board. And she's like, "Oh, I thought like you guys would get mad." And Sengoku's like, "Who said that? Like, all right, we got to put up a poster that said anybody can use this board. It's not reserved for only the third years."
Yeah.
And she thanks Remy, and she doesn't really like Sengoku too much, but she does thank him as well. And there's a boy in her class that sees her in the poster. So the next day she's in class by herself, sitting awkwardly. She's upset. And basically, what the fuck is this? Shop pay order. What is this? Oh, that was for the things I ordered. Okay, anyway. They're like, "Hey, did you put up the poster for us?" And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." She's like, "Yeah, this boy came over. He's a first year and said, like, hey, you saw the poster and you hung it in the front of all places." And she's like, "Oh, like, no, just was trying to hang the poster because you guys wanted to hang the poster." And Sengoku and Remy said that, where I was hanging it wasn't good. So they helped me hang up the other one. And they're like, "We appreciate," the two girls are like, "We appreciate you so much. Like, it was really kind what you did, so, hey, thanks." And they start having
even though we're assholes to you, yeah.
Yeah, and they start having small talk, and Sawada's awkward because she doesn't know how to approach it. So she has small talk with them, and the episode ends with them like all just small talking and having like normal conversations. So she found a couple friends, the girls who bullied them after she helped them. So that was cute.
Yes.
I want to talk about this briefly as we are at the halfway point of Horimiya. We talked about this, Yumi and Starman, in terms of how you feel about the show, where it rates. Give me your thoughts. Give us your thoughts
of how I feel about Pieces.
Yes.
Well, as I said before, like, man, it's good. It's just a shame it's not consistent. There's no cohesive structure.
There's no structure because it's all side stories, as I've said before.
Exactly.
And I was like, it really upsets me that Cloverworks, of course, and I mentioned this to everybody in the group. During the time Horimiya was dropped, Cloverworks had 3 anime out. They had Horimiya, which was critically acclaimed as really solid but very rushed. They had the
Wonder Egg
season 2. That is the worst anime that I've ever completed in my life. The worst. That season, it to this day makes me want to take a fucking sledgehammer and hit the wall. Pisses me off. And they had Wonder Egg Priority, which
started great but dropped the ball.
It made Matt and I both cry. It was emotional, representation, suicide, all that, and then the season finale just fell off a cliff. It sucked, that season finale. So, in short, had they not rushed Horimiya or not put it out that season because of the fact they rushed it. The reason why they rushed it is because they wanted the anime to finish at the same week as the manga because the manga finished out that week, which they did. Yep. And it was adapted. All that finale and stuff was adapted fine, but they skipped a lot of stories. People complained. The manga readers said they skipped over 100 chapters from one episode to another.
Yeah, they skipped character development. They skipped interactions with the characters that did feel somewhat important, and they're like, you know what, we hear you, so we're gonna give it to you. But it's like, okay, but it's not what I wanted. You already did it.
Yeah, you already completed the story. Like,
yeah, so why do I care?
And I agree with you, Matt. It brings it down somewhat. I enjoy Horimiya for what it is because it's one of the best rom-coms that I've seen in my short time watching anime. Had they done what I had advised previously, which is basically not rushed it, give it 24 episodes, give us all these pieces of Horimiya together, along with the cohesive story.
Yeah, it would have been a 5.
I still gave it a 5. It would have been a 6 for me. It would have been an all-time A-tier rom-com had they done it like that. Like S tier, sorry, not even A tier. Right now, it's like B+ tier, unfortunately. Still a great rom-com, still a 5. But seeing this now in real time, knowing what the season was and how great that was, and knowing that because of the fact they're doing this in retrospect, it, like you mentioned, it brings it down a notch. I agree with you. It's a little disappointing from our side.
Yeah. But again, it's still good, but it's just like, come on. You could have.
I concur.
It feels like a cop-out. Like, you did to shut us up, but it's still not satisfying. Like, it's cool. Yeah, we'd see everyone again, but.
And there's no way. The other thing that sucks about this, like, you know how Jujutsu Kaisen, basically, they did season 1, then they did 0, which was the preamble to season 1, and now they're doing the Gojo arc, which is the preamble to that.
Yes.
So, you know, because it's so awesome, we don't give it grief, but in reality, I don't understand like why the studios now are doing significant preambles. It's not like an episode. It's not like a flashback episode. Like they're doing whole preambles to stuff. And I can't fathom that, because the thing about Horimiya is with these episodes, they're all good episodes. They're all really fun episodes.
We're not getting that arc, Chris. So they're not going to give it to us.
I won't watch it. I've written Promise Neverland off. I would never buy its merch. Nothing. I've written it off. After season 1 was so good, I gave it a 4.5.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Anyway, no, but what I was saying is that there's the problem with the story. On top of it not being cohesive, you can't pinpoint items
where these happened. Yeah,
where these happened in retrospect. You get like hints of it. Like right now, they're all in their 3rd year, so this happened during like around the midway point of the season, as it was, because the episode starts. They basically Hori and Miyamura get together in their 2nd year, then it skips to the 3rd year, and then the rest of the series is them in their 3rd year as they go through everything, and then the finale ends with their graduation.
Yeah.
So there's no place to pinpoint. Like I can't watch episode 7 and be like, "Oh, this stuff happened in between episodes."
Let me go back to season 1, episode 2.
Yeah, like you know, and that's again another drawback to this. So, you know, in terms of the stories themselves, I love them. The stories to me are a 5, but because of everything that's overarching in this universe, I can't fathom reasonably giving this a 5 in our rankings.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, that's my soapbox for that.
Yep. No, I agree. 100%.
Now we can go to Rent a Girlfriend.
Yep. Now we're going to close off Rom-Com out with Friends of Girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah. Kazuya and Chizuru, they got dropped off.
Yep.
They get escorted to the hotel.
Yep.
They go to the hotel.
And Kazuya's still thinking about...
You want to know what happens?
What? Oh, sorry.
There you go. Right. It's a room for 2. It's a room for 2.
Yeah.
1 bed.
No, 1 room for 2.
Yeah, the 1 room for 2 people. 1 bed. Minnie fucking set that up from the get-go. And then Kazuya's like,
what the fuck? She is the queen fucking wingman. Wing
yes.
girl.
Well, absolutely.
Queen wing girl.
Yeah, so Kazuya's freaking out. He's like to try to plead with Chizuru, like, I swear I didn't do this. She's just like, whatever at this point. Because
How
like,
much
oh
of
yeah,
it?
can we just, hey Starman, how you doing? Go.
Hey.
But yeah, he heard the call of Red's girlfriend, so he came on.
Yeah, basically, you saw the fucking signal. Fucking
Yeah, Rob come out.
Chimpoza!
Yeah,
Like, oh, it's my turn. Let's go.
Yeah, but anyway, Kazuya's like, hey, can we just cancel the room? And it's like, Yamamori's a demon. That's right, Starman. Yamamori's a demon.
She is.
But like, hey, can we just cancel the room and just buy like 2 separate rooms? Like, oh yeah, but it's a lot of money. So,
It's 18,000 yen per night per room.
Yep, and then like, shit, I'm going to use my life savings. Then Chizuru just grabs the key, like, fuck
it's
it.
not our first time being in the same room together for a night.
Yep. So he said, fuck it, let's go. This is not my first rodeo.
Yep. Whore.
So, they do the whole deal of, sleeping on separate sides of the table.
Yep.
But they get there.
Yep.
Now it's like, okay, now it's time to shoot. Now it's time to go to this location.
They scouted first.
Yep, they're scouting. They're scouting the area, like where we want to have this last scene.
Yep.
Because that's what they're here for. They're shooting the last scene of the movie.
Yep. They said that that everything happens, like the best scene is post midnight. This is the best place. It's nice and quiet, dark, etc.
Yep. Start clear skies.
Yep.
Yes, 180,000. Yes. Yep. So.
Sorry, my bad. 180. My bad. I said 18,000. You're right.
Yeah.
18,000 is only $18. You're right. My bad. It's $180 a night.
Yep. But
I mean, he paid more for that to fucking go on a date with her. Baka.
Look, the power of pussy. He's willing to pay millions.
You ain't motherfucking lying.
No, but yeah, it's got to the point where fucking Kazuya doesn't even take a bath.
He waits.
But still. But yeah, he says your math is wrong.
Yeah, well, duh. 18,000 is like it's approximate
1,800 like American, so 1,800 US.
That is not $1,800 a room.
Hold on.
It's gonna be around like no way. It's like maybe like 1,500. It's like 1,500 when it's all said and done. Given the exchange rate, is about 70.
It is it's $1,237.32.
That's expensive.
I thought 180,000 yen.
Oh my god!
Probably for the 2 rooms overall. Yes.
Yeah,
that probably would have been the cost. Like, okay, so you're gonna do this for these amount of days. It's gonna be.
But then that's still like $650 basically.
Yeah.
That's still $650. I'm like, god damn.
I know.
That shit better come with fucking intercontinental breakfast, a fucking happy ending, fucking massage parlor.
Is that your Best Western?
Anyway,
they eventually find a place. They're about to do it, and Chizuru looks like she's about to say something.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, Kazuya follows a confession. And there's something I really want to tell you. I want to wait till this.
Yep.
And it's about her opening up about her grandfather.
Yep.
Like why this is why she's doing this.
Yep.
Basically, it's like, my grandfather wanted me to chase my dreams and all this, and since he's dead, I want to show it to my grandma. That way he could be. I feel like he would be seeing it through the heavens if I show grandma this.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you. Like you actually pushing me to do this.
It was cute.
It was very cute.
Yes, and he's crying internally.
Kazuya reminds her of her grandpa. Grandpa paid for grandma.
Is that? I was gonna make the joke. Is that a good comparison in the grand scheme of things? Like imagine you're with a hot girl and she's like, "I like you." Yeah, why do you like me? You remind me of my grandpa. I don't know.
What happened? He's dead.
Oh.
What happened? He got hit by a car accident.
Oh, I watched so many anime with Truck Kun in it.
Want to go for a ride?
No.
Yes,
I'm gonna take the train. Nice seeing you.
Like, I'm good.
The worst.
But no, they fill the scene. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just short and sweet.
Yeah.
He's an uncle from another world, but it's a grandpa. That's what happened to him.
Wow.
He's the isekai uncle.
So who's the girl from there, Sumi?
Oh, the tsundere elf?
Yeah.
That's a side piece.
What's the side piece? I guess that's Ruka. All right,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That's Ruka.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway.
But anyway, yeah. Eventually, they go back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm. He finally takes a shower.
Yep. He finds he cleans himself up.
Yep.
And he's like, "What's going? I wonder what's gonna be." And she's asleep.
Of course.
Yep. So Kazuya doesn't bother her.
And he's so tired and exhausted from thinking and the shooting and the traveling. He's like, I can actually fall asleep, unlike last time. And he fucking dead to the world.
Yep.
But who's awake?
Chizuru.
She's awake.
She's contemplating her feelings. Like, what the fuck? Like, why you falling for this guy? He's a simp. He's pathetic.
Yep. Like, why are you sleeping and I'm not sleeping?
Yeah.
You bastard.
How dare you? But yeah, eventually they check out. They're on the train. Nice little conversation on the train.
Bus.
Yep, bus, whatever. And she falls and she lays her head on his shoulders.
Yep, sleep.
She caught feels. That's right, Starman. She caught the feels.
She's got some feels. I would say all.
She's no longer an edgelord. She's no longer a moody bitch.
No.
They get off the bus, and who's there?
Ruka shows up
with the suitcase and all. Like, what the fuck? You thought? You hussy?
You fucking thought.
Yeah, like, who are you sleeping with my guy?
Whatever you did, Kazuya, with her, we're gonna do it 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's like we did nothing. It's like, let me spill the semen on you.
Yeah, basically, like we're gonna pick the exact same room. We're not gonna tell them to change the sheets until I inspect them.
Yep. All right, like we're doing all of this, and then Kazuya's like, "No, nothing happened. Shut up."
I would have lied and be like, "Yeah, I put it in her butt."
Yeah. No, you didn't say anything about anal. No vaginal, sure. No vaginal, no oral, sure, no problem. You didn't say anal.
Anything about anal?
Yep, exactly. Or the ear.
No, but she would. She's so dedicated to fucking Kazuya. She probably would let him put it in her butt.
But it's like, he finally calmed her down. Like, we were just shooting. That was it. Nothing else happened. Blame the VTuber. She did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the red shoulder print looked like a hickey. Yep. So Ruka's like, fine, but do something nice for me on my birthday, no matter what it is.
August the 26th.
Yep. That's my day with you. You're doing whatever I want.
She's gonna probably coerce him to have sex. You've read the manga, right?
Yes.
It's not gonna obviously be that, but that's my thought.
Nah, but you'll see.
Is it cute?
It's cringe, but
God, I'm trying to give this a 4. I'm really, Matt. I am seriously, Starman. I'm really trying to give this a 4.
Yeah, wait for mommy. Yeah, wait for mommy to show up. You know, people love her for some reason.
Oh God, if there's anybody in that series that needs to be fucking hit with a truck more than Kazuya, it's mommy. Are we gonna get the whole? Like, are we gonna get the whole?
I don't. The you talk about her backstory. I'm gonna feel no. I'm gonna say no.
I don't think so either. The way this is
going. Because this is focusing on Chizuru and the grandmother
and the movie. And
this is gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is gonna be multiple seasons.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, and even the manga. There's progression.
The manga's not even over yet.
There's progress, and then there's a lot of no progress. It's a lot of back and forth with that.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I don't want to be seen like Rent a Girlfriend season 10.
I'm gonna say 6.
We're only at 3.
I know. I'm gonna say 6, maybe 7.
Well, you know, it goes fast because I mean, Kaguya-sama already on season like 5.
Oh, yeah, Kaguya's gonna finish. So we'll get 1 or 2 more, probably 2 more.
It's not a 4.5, Sean. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Strong. Let's move on. Let's move on.
My dick is a strong 4.5.
Oh my God, stop it. Centimeters.
No, it's not 4.5. I'm just joking. It's not 4.5. I got a little bit more than that, guys.
Relax, Karen. It's fine. It's fine.
She knows.
Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Damn.
So, let's go with Kenshin.
All right.
We got a new antagonist, but before that,
what
you call it? Kaoru, Yahiko, Kenshin, they're all hanging out in Sanosuke, he's with the group now.
Yep. And they're eating fish.
They're eating fish, and Sanosuke is complaining.
It tastes like ass.
So Karo gets throws something. It hits Kenshin Oro. But what was that older gentleman's name?
What older? The cop.
The one that asked for Kenshin's help.
It was a cop.
It was a cop. Yes, the cop. The cop goes there, says, "I have business with Kenshin."
Yep, and Kenshin's got a concussion. He's out of it.
Yeah, but he's like,
he's not out of it.
Yeah, but basically, it's like, I need your help. There's an assassin that's like killing everyone, like
former imperialists.
Yep.
That is
what was the nickname they gave him?
Oh, it was something long in Japanese, dude.
But no, that's a technique. No,
that's his technique. Yeah, the guy's name is Aoshi, right?
His name is Jinne.
Just call him fucking Jinne for now. Who
cares or Kurogasa. That's the nickname he got.
Kurogasa. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, he's planning to kill this person. We need people to protect him.
Yep.
So can you do that? It's like, okay. So him and Sasuke, they're there, and Sasuke looks at the crew, is like, "Man, you guys are fucking dead."
Rip.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that happens, and like, okay, everything's guarded. He can't get in for the door, and he's for the window.
Slices everybody.
Slices people. They're not dead.
Nope, not yet.
Mortally wounded.
Yep.
And is Jinne. He sees everyone there. They're going to charge that, and they're like paralyzed. Except for Sanosuke. So Jinne is like, what the fuck?
Yep.
He has a strong will. Like it affects him, but not to the extent of that he wants.
Yep.
So he gets a hit in, and now Sanosuke, he's in trouble.
Yep.
And as he's in trouble, Kenshin blocks the attack.
Well, you forgot. He not only was in trouble, he got his arm like stabbed through.
Yes. Yeah, that almost got him in the chest.
Yeah, but instead it went through his entire arm. So
I was about to say he blocked it, and the sword it broke the fall. It broke the stab.
Yep.
So that's why Kenshin comes in.
Yep.
They have a fight. His technique is not working on him.
Nope.
And he's like, well, yeah, you're fucking like a bitch.
Yep.
And he shows him his sword style. They fight back and forth. It's a cool fight. His sword breaks.
Yep.
His sword breaks.
Yep.
And now, but this gets him excited.
Oh, yeah. He's got a chubby.
Yep. He's like, you know what? Fuck the ex-imperialist. I have a new target. And he's like, till we meet again.
Indeed.
And he escapes.
Tell me real quick, we're gonna get to the ending, but tell me the ending didn't remind you of like a 1920s like train thing. It reminded me of like old Western 1920s, like you'll never get me, copper.
Okay, I know where you're going. Yes.
Did it remind you of that?
Yes, but he doesn't have a mustache to twirl.
He doesn't have the curly mustache, but he's like, I'll see you over at the designated spot.
Yep. So Kenshin and Sanosuke, they check on everyone. And they go, okay, no, this is like, but now you're a target. And Kenshin's like, I know, it's like, trust me, it's easier this way.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, that means he's gonna have to leave.
Yeah.
So Sanosuke, I want you to deliver a message.
Yep.
He goes to Karu. He's like, hey, where's Kenshin? Oh, he's gone. He bounced. That's why I'm here.
Yep. You got me now.
Yep. And she is enraged.
Emotionally enraged. But
there was an image comparison of how her face in the 1990 version.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I gotta look. There was like a back-to-back.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And their expressions were so much different than the originals.
Really?
Yes, like she had this glowing aura of "I'm going to kill you."
Oh shit!
Yes.
So
and when she sees Kenshin, and the Kenshin's like, "Oh," like,
where do you think glowing aura when she met him?
Yeah, but I say like when she found him, like she wants.
Yeah.
But the expression was a little more angry in the.
Okay.
And with Kenshin, he had a more freaked out face, like, ah, shit, busted.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like, where do you think? Why are you leaving? It's like, well, if I'm here, they kill you guys. I don't want them to know who you are. I don't know where the place is.
Yep.
Basically, I'm a Rurouni. I'm a wanderer. I gotta do what I gotta do. And so,
No, you also
Karu,
skipped a part. You skip two parts. As Homeboy's talking to what's her face. Let me get the actual names out. So as
Sanosuke's talking to Yahiko.
yeah. Basically, they're like, well, where is he? And he's like, well, he's probably at the no. He's talking to Karu, and they're like, where do you think he is? And he's like, well, he's probably, if I would have to guess, by the riverbank, because the riverbank is an easy place for transportation and it's an open field, so he can like go all out. So he's probably there. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna go find him. And as she runs away, you see Yahiko and Sanosuke talking, and you hear a behind the fence, and it's Gine. So anyway, now we get the flash forward of the scene where you see Karu and
Ken he's sitting on the field, like they say was. Karu sees him, pissed off. He's shocked that she found him. Why are you doing this? Like, who said you could leave? I don't want you to leave. It's for your own safety. I got if I wander around, he'll get to me. I don't want you hurt.
Correct.
And then she's like, well, okay, can you promise me that you'll come back? She like takes the ribbon. And she gives it to him.
She's like, I want it back. So you have to come back.
And he's like, okay.
I promise.
And Gine, he pops up behind him, grabs her, says, hey, I got you, girl. I want the real Kenshin here. Here's my address. This is where I'm going to be. Be here at this time, or she dead. As he's laughing.
And it's literally like that. I'm making it a joke so to express how funny it is. But quite literally, he's on like the river is like there must have been a tsunami or something because the river is fast as shit. Like the upstream is fast.
He's like General Tao with using the log to teleport to go to travels.
Yeah, right.
But I love the original version of this better because you hear Kenshin like scream like Jedi.
Oh,
like he legit screams.
Yeah.
But I was like, we didn't get that shit. He just intervoiced like Jedi. So I was like, what a shame. But I can't wait for that fight. That's in a couple of days. I am happy for this.
As we record, yes, it is Thursday.
Yep. All right, Even, this is gonna be you. Bleach.
All right. Where do I begin?
Well, we'll talk about the previous episode real quick with the wrestler S.
Yes.
He also I hated the fucking little guy.
James.
Yes, boo. Yes, I agree.
Boo that man.
No. What you call it? S. He's fighting the two captains. Not at the same time. It's 1-on-1. Was it Yukitake as the first one?
No, it was
There's too many fucking names.
Rose and Ken. I think it's Kenshin. They're Kenshin.
Okay.
They have a Kenshin.
One fights him. Oh, muted BRB. Okay. But yeah, one fights basically stabs S in the guts. The guy's cheering, and the guy gets in the course, the mascot gets slashed.
Yep. He's
slashed in half. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yep.
Because they were warned. Don't fight the guy. It's the other guy.
Yep.
It's the fan.
But what happens when he gets slashed in half?
He's fine.
Yep, he pulls himself back together.
Superstar. He's like Sex Pistols from JoJo.
Wow.
Mister.
Oh my
god. That guy.
Oh my god. Is it the same voice actor?
That. What?
Is it the same voice actor too?
I hope not. Hold on. Hold on. I found James. That's his name, James, right?
Yes, I said that. His name is James.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Let me go to the J's.
Excuse me. I'm tired, guys.
I'm not. Hold on, let me organize it. Keep talking.
All right. Anyway, so that happens. So then Rose comes. Rose slices off its head, But what happens to James, Matt?
He's fine.
He duplicates into a billion Jameses.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
It's not. He's not Sex Pistols.
Womp, womp,
Damn
womp,
it! Now I gotta
womp.
find out. Now I gotta find out who he is. Hold on.
All right. Anyway, so while that's happening, basically, Rose uses his bankai, which is in a symphony orchestra that like controls the elements, and he thinks
Yes, that was really cool, by the way.
it was really cool. And he thinks he's got him on the ropes. He's got him on the ropes. Nope. Superstar uses his magical powers and basically shoots a laser beam from his head into Rose. And as he's about to finish the deed, Rukia saves the day. And so does God damn it, Renji. Renji and Rukia save the day. Renji blocks the laser beam. Rukia brings both Kenshin and Rose over to the infirmary so they can get worked on, and that'll come into play at the end of the next episode. So basically, Renji comes, Superstar versus Renji. Superstar goes all out, but Renji is OP as fuck. Just like all the characters that basically went to the Soul Kingdom, they're all ridiculously OP, as we'll talk about in a moment.
Yeah.
And so basically, long story short, you learn that basically the Soul Reapers that went to the Soul Kingdom, and I would imagine that's for all Soul Reapers, they haven't unlocked the true essence of all their Shikai. And so basically they're calling them incomplete names, or they don't have like a full like emotional bond with them, things of that nature. And so basically Renji gets his power, and it's like kind of like a snake. Like he has like the ability to like have like a snake come out of like his hand, which is basically like the bankai.
Right.
And he's able to basically just slice the fuck out of Superstar, but not before Superstar completely eviscerates James.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, as long as I'm alive, you don't die.
And he ends up getting killed.
Yeah. Very quick, mind you.
Very, very quick. So meanwhile, next episode happens. Rukia now is on her own. She senses no spiritual pressure. She's like, I should meet up with Renji.
I did see the after credit with Yahweh. With Ishida, the previous episode. You told me to watch that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, good. Because I could explain.
Because it's gonna tie into this. Yeah.
Yes. So the next episode starts, and we see Rukia's like, shit, I don't sense any spiritual pressures. Let me go meet up with Renji. But Adnot, who's the Stern Ritter, who
before that, she drops off the captains to the medics.
I said that.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that. She dropped them off at the infirmary.
Oh yeah.
And so Adnot comes, and basically the battle starts there. While this battle is happening, now we see Hashwolf and Ishida, and they walk inside of their little domain. And chained are the Stern Ritters that lost to Hitsugaya and Soifan. So they weren't brought back to the compound in order to, save their lives. Because they lost in battle, they're sentenced to death.
Yep.
And
failure is not an option.
Yep, failure is not an option. Hashwolf slices off both their heads, and so there's a trail of blood like crazy from one Stern Ritter, the other one that's a robot. It's a trail of oil, right? And Ishida's shocked. He's like, "What the fuck? Like, why did you kill them? Like, we need them." And they're like, "Don't you know his power?" And they proceed to say, Yuhabak is asleep because he needs to regenerate. He regenerates from the Stern Ritters because every Quincy is given power through Yuhabak. Yuhabak is the center of all creation for Quincy, basically, as the king. And so when they fail, their powers are returned back to Yuhabak. Yuhabak also retains their memories from battle. So that's how he always stays undefeated. And he knows everything. Because he
knows their strategies. Yeah,
he knows their strengths, weaknesses, strategies, etc. And so he's like, only this, and then he says something to Ishida that's muted.
But we don't hear it yet.
Eyes open because we don't hear it. And he basically mentioned, he's like, Ishida. Also, he mentioned before the muting part. He's like, you can't escape this. You drank his blood. You've had the crest imprinted onto your soul. This is your fate too if you fail. Just like it's mine. Just like it's anybody else's that's under Yuhabak. So that's very
and then they talk. Yeah, this is where he whispers his actual thing,
yeah.
his actual goal,
Yep.
everything, and
Yep.
you don't hear.
We also skipped the part at the very beginning of the episode before the OP starts, and it's Ichigo. Ichigo.
Yes, he's basically he's by the stairs. Like, okay, so you're gonna go back, right?
Yep.
So
it's gonna take you a week to get there.
Yeah, if you use light step, if you use
Yeah,
light step,
quick step, it's gonna take you a week. They're like, oh, well, hopefully the Quincy's won't. He's like, no, they happened 3 hours ago. They started attacking 3 hours ago. Like, why didn't you tell me?
But before that,
you were training 3 hours ago.
Yeah, so before I was like, okay, so it'll take me half a day. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got it. So he instead of taking the stairs, he just jumps,
nose dives.
Yes.
And he's falling like a meteor from Soul Kingdom down.
His training's complete. He's ready to go, and he gets a call. He gets a call.
No. He makes a phone call. He makes a phone call while he's free diving. He's got service apparently up there.
Yeah, apparently,
Apparently he's got service, and he calls Urahara, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to keep going with the battle." And he's like, "I need you to understand something. No matter how dire it looks for you guys, just keep the battle going. When I get there, I'll take care of everything. I promise."
And he's like, okay, all right, fine. You heard him. Go to break.
Yep. And plays OP. Yeah. Anyway, the rest of the show focuses mostly on Adnat versus Rukia. And we see Rukia's true power herself. Basically, as we know, Adnat uses fear. And as fear seeps into you, you're doomed. You're fucked. And you have to have mental fortitude to get away with it.
She has a little loophole with her thing.
Rukia basically, as we know, has the power of ice herself. Yep. But when she was in the Soul Kingdom, she learned to control it to the degree that she's now dead.
Yeah, she could freeze her body to absolute zero temperature, or anyone else, like up to absolute zero temperature.
Yeah.
So because of this, there's no basically blood's frozen.
Yeah.
There's like basically no human can survive this. So basically, they are
only through her reishi control can she survive. But she mentioned, she's like, my power is great, but my power A can kill me, and B, everything is slow. My powers to generate them are slow. Movements. My powers to ungenerate them are slow. So I have strengths and I have drawbacks and I have positives about my true power. So regardless, her and Adnat happens. She freezes Adnat, right?
No
problem.
And we get a backstory on Adnat. He was basically
a human on life support.
Yep, he's on life support. It hurts to breathe. He's in so much pain.
And he's like, does it hurt to breathe in heaven? Is heaven worse than where I'm at? Or, I'm sorry, is hell worse than where I'm at now? I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to die.
And then suddenly,
appears
like
before him.
He's standing by his bed. Like, you know what?
You got survived. Guts. I'll give you power.
Yep, like you got guts, kid. I like you.
Yep, here's power.
Drink my blood.
Yep, suck my dick.
And then he goes into his transformation.
Yep,
and the ice isn't working.
Creepy.
Yes, I was like, holy
super creepy son of a bitch. It is bad. He is really fucking creepy. Yeah. I was watching it with Karen, and she was like spooked out because basically after he turns into the power, Rukia's like, she's having to come down, but she has to now regenerate. But now the fear, she's like, my power isn't just the fear that seeped into you. If you look into my eyes, you will see fear. And then he starts going on a whole diatribe about fear and talks about like the true essences of fear. And quite honestly, I don't remember exactly what he said, but what he said makes a lot of sense in terms of real life. So anyway, Karen was freaked out about that while we're watching it. But regardless, so
Rukia can't move. He's about to go in for the kill.
Yep. And who saves him, Matt?
Yakuya
cuts through.
Yep, her Oni-chan is here.
Yep. And first off, Oni-chan's like, I sensed your spiritual pressure as I was coming down from the Soul Kingdom. You've grown quite powerful.
Yeah, he acknowledged her.
Yeah, for the first time, he acknowledged her and her strength and her abilities, and she gets emotional. So Adnat's like, oh, I see you were able to use Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi, fully immediately. And he's like, Kageyoshi?
Like, no.
No. This is just my Shikai. This is just Senbon Sakura. And he's like, what? And he's like, you ain't shit. Rukia, you got this, girl. Just don't
basically the power I was really good at, I was lacking in it because of my Bankai. So thank you, because I actually was able to adapt it better.
Yep. And so now She's like, Rukia, you got this. That guy ain't shit. So Rukia unleashes her Bankai. And it's a frozen nuclear holocaust.
Yeah, this is the absolute zero. This
is absolute zero.
And her hair changed too. Like her hair is white.
She becomes Snow White.
Yeah.
She becomes Snow White, nuclear fucking snow holocaust, and Adnot dies in ice. Rukia she's like I said, she's absolutely gorgeous too.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. Gorgeous, honey. Yeah. Just so gorgeous. So, but as she's trying to come down, she starts to break apart because of the ice, because she's at like negative 500 degrees Celsius.
Yep.
Literally, they say Celsius. So she is like literally about to, her fingers about to fall off. And Byakuya comes, puts her fingers there, and says, it's okay. You had a beautiful Bankai. That's a beautiful power, but it's a dangerous power. Just do everything slowly. Come down slowly. Breathe.
Because I think it's one little mistake could kill you.
Yep. So you have to learn to adapt to it, and I know you will. That was beautiful, honey. Like, let's come down. And so she comes down from her Bankai. She's like, all right, let's go save the Soul Society.
And they said together.
End episode. Until the after credit.
Yes, Yachiru comes in with beds, blankets.
Yep.
And gets punched in the face.
No, she punches something in the face because she's like, oh, she hears another Stern Ritter.
Yes.
And sees the Stern Ritter.
We don't know his name, do we?
Nope. But she punches the Stern Ritter in the face. The Stern Ritter disappears. And she's like, I swear I punched him in the face. Yep. Smack! And she gets punched in the face instead.
Yep. And who comes in?
I didn't see that part.
Oh, Kenpachi.
Yeah, I saw the preview already though, so I know who comes to save the day.
That was it, yeah.
Bro, Kenpachi with a Shikai.
Oh god, he's gonna be fucking.
Imagine if they sent Kenpachi up to the Soul Kingdom to learn about his sword.
I think they know he'd be too broken. That's why they didn't do it.
Bro, that's so fucking nuts.
He'll fight them to get their spot.
Please, all of you kill me so I can go up there.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna fight you all right now to get here. For VIP access. Let's go, bitch.
For real, bro. Who wants these hands?
Exactly. No, this was a nice fight. A great moment for Rukia.
Yes. This was a very look forward to moment for manga watchers or readers rather.
Yes.
And it delivered apparently. And it was, like I said, for someone who didn't read the manga, it was gorgeous and creepy, but gorgeous.
All right, you ready for some over the top? What the fuck?
Yeah, why not?
Zom 100.
I hate this girl. I hate that girl. I hate her. I do not like her. I do not like her.
What you call it? Akira, Kenichiro, they're hanging up on the roof.
Yep.
And we had a little flashback of how Akira used to save people as a kid, like a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his new dream now. He wants to be a superhero.
The last thing he left off on the previous episode was remember my childhood dream. He remembered his childhood dream. So he crosses that off. Next thing he writes, be a superhero.
Yep. So he even has gear. Like he was buying gear.
They go to an aquarium.
Yep.
And they see all the even this zombification even affects the animals.
Yep.
The fish become piranha.
We'll get to that in a bit. We'll get to
one. Yes,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. But
so he gets his gear. What kind of gear is it, Matt?
It's superhero gear, but it's like a puncture proof. We'll get to that in a bit.
It's a shark suit.
Yeah.
It's a shark suit.
And that's exactly why he got it. That way he can't get punctured. Zombies use their teeth.
Yep.
But he's getting his ass kicked.
Yep. So no, basically, so he puts on the gear, everything's good, and then all of a sudden he hears screaming. They go outside and they see while this is happening at the aquarium. Basically, there's a bus. The bus gets stuck, and so there's a zombie on the bus. Of course, everybody runs out the bus.
Oh yeah, this is where Shizuka was.
Yes, and then all the zombies come. They start eating all the people. So then they went from a bus full of people to only a handful of people left. And so they all run. They're running, including Shizuka. She's running. And then so here comes fucking what's his name?
Akira.
No, Akira something. What's his superhero name?
Hold on. Akira Garu.
Something like that.
It starts. I know it's like a G.
It might be Akigaru. We'll say Akigaru. Akigaru comes to save the day, and he waves everybody into the aquarium,
Yeah,
and
then he gets his buddy to go get him to safety.
Yep, and so then they start attacking him, and he's like, "You guys can't make me a zombie," but they bite him, and he's like, "Oh no, just because they can't puncture me doesn't mean they still can't bite me." Ah,
yeah. So Aki Rager. There we go. Aki
Rager. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. But so he asked for a Kenshiro for help. Like, help me! He's like, you got
this, bro. Slams door.
I love Kenshiro.
He's like, you bastard. Oh, you also forgot that he dyed his hair.
Yes, he's blonde. He's fully blonde.
He's blonde.
Even the eyebrows.
Yep, even the eyebrows. He's a delinquent now. Damn it.
Yep. Eventually, Akira gets inside.
Yep. He throws them off the bridge. There's a bridge that connects the bridge.
They check on everyone. Is everyone okay?
Yep.
And Shizuka goes off on Akira.
Yep.
Basically, like, why is this all fun and games for you? What the fuck?
I thought you would have changed by now, but you still aren't rational.
So why the fuck would I give you my line?
Yeah,
this is still a game to you.
You don't prioritize your life. Yeah, you don't prioritize your life. And then she's like, basically, Akira kind of fights back this time and is like,
but he's like, hey, I saved you. It's like, yes, like, sure, but you're still doing it in this.
Are other people more important than you? And in his head is like, I'm a fucking superhero. Yes.
Yeah.
Duh.
So
why would I not be sure otherwise?
So Akira gets her. They're looking around. You don't see the escape or anything like that they can go to.
Nope. So they start walking, and it's Kenshiro and what's it called? And Akira, and they come across a hallway and they see lights. They're like, what are those lights? And something comes closer, walking towards them.
Closer.
What is it, Matt?
It's a shark.
It's a giant shark with human legs.
Yes, 6 legs.
And they're like, why the fuck is it walking?
Yep, because
it ate the zombified divers, and it basically mutated into
So now this 6-legged shark is chasing these people.
And they're like, let's move.
Yeah, it's great.
So they move. They go up to upper level. And who do they see at the upper level, Matt?
Kenshiro.
No, more zombies.
There's more zombies. Zombies everywhere.
Zombies everywhere. So they're like, fuck, we gotta go.
Also, fuck that lady, Kumiko, with her fucking facial expression. I don't want to die. Like, move people out of the way.
Yeah, no. So there's a girl that was on the bus very first, and she's like, I don't want to die. She freaks out. She's one of the first people out. She manages to survive. She's in the aquarium. Same scenario. She's like, I don't want to die. She's next to Shizuka. They're side by side. She gets scared. She pushes Shizuka out the way.
Yep.
And they slam the door. The shark slams into the door and locks them into their location, basically. Yep. They're locked in a broom closet.
Yeah, so Akira's looking around like, hey, wait, where is she?
Yep.
And she's outside. It's like, I gotta go help her.
Shizuka, like, this is why I don't like groups. I'm about to die because I went into a group.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
And
Aki Rager comes in.
Yep.
Saves the day.
Yep. He distracted them, but who else is distracted? Kenshiro. He is butt naked. He's shaking his ass.
No, well, you're going ahead slightly because basically they're like, we got to come up with a plan. Do you have a plan? Nope. All right, let's just keep running. They try something, doesn't work out. So then now he comes in, shaking his ass. Full moon. They blur out the ass and the balls.
Yeah, she's like, it doesn't look my ass look tasty. Get it?
No, don't eat my ass. That was funny. But then the plan that Shizuka and Akira come up with are like, hey, sharks are sensitive in their nose. So why don't you get like a battery and shock it? Yep. So basically, Shizuka goes, finds a flashlight, has a battery in it, throws the batteries at Aki Rager. Aki Rager does the typical thing that you do with a shark. He punches it in the nose, and he fries the shark.
Yep, it's dead.
Everybody's saved. We're all good.
Yes, go watch it, Starman.
Yes.
So good.
Everybody's saved. Everybody's going home. They're like, well, what are we going to do now? Like, oh, well, whatever. So she asks Shizuka, what are you going to do? And she's like, well, I'm going to still be myself because I want to calculate myself. And she's walking behind them. And as she's walking behind them, she looks at Akira's shoulder and notices his book because he crosses out be a superhero. Well, I did that today. Crosses that out.
Well, he sees the
and she sees the title. 100 things to do before I become a zombie. And she goes, this isn't going to work out. And he's like, huh? What do you mean? And she's like, I'm doing everything I can to survive. You're doing a bunch of stuff that's fun before you die. Our ideals don't line up at all.
This is true.
It is true. But Akira, again, just says the same thing. Like, dude, like, I get that we want to survive. It's not like we're looking for death. But at the same time, like, there's opportunities for you to be able to, like, live your life instead of living in fear, in a way.
Yep.
Basically what he says. And so she thinks about what he says and gives him her line and says, there's no risk in giving you my line. We'll probably never meet again. So here you go. Thanks for saving me. And she walks off. They're driving back and they're like, she's like, I hope I see her again. So the episode ends. They're driving and Kenshiro is like, what do you want to do?
They're going to go to Akira's parents.
Who are probably dead.
Yeah, probably.
They're probably dead.
But no, this is entertaining.
It was. And we have to wait a week.
Yeah, because there's some special event going on in Japan in general, so a lot of stuff is being delayed for it.
Yep, including Zom 100.
Yep.
Sad fucking face.
All right. Co-main. Mushoku Tensei.
Jinxio Misoda.
Yes. Starts off with Rudy. He's doing his morning stretches. He's doing his workout.
Mm-hmm.
We get the OP sequence.
It's a nice OP.
It's here to stay. All right, it's fine.
It's nice.
I know. It's just I'll get used to it.
I understand your point. I agree with it. You might as well play it
but it is good. But it is good though.
I agree.
I will not deny that.
It is a good OP.
But yeah, Rudy, he's talking about hey kitty. Basically, this is my morning routine. I work out physically in the morning. I do a little bit of magic.
Mm-hmm.
I go to class. I'm learning divine, healing, and barriers. But Roxy, she didn't teach me a few things. But so I'm basically learning as a beginner.
This is fun.
Yeah. I have breakfast and lunch with the guy who calls me Shisho, Zenoba.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not modern Japanese cooking, but
it's close.
Yeah,
it's nice. Okay, bye.
And of course, Elianis is a whore. I watch her fuck.
Yep. She's like, it's got to be difficult having to fuck all the time.
Yep. Yeah, that curse. Yeah.
Bro, like her pussy must be like fucking like Arby's fucking roast beef by now.
Like I'm ready to settle down 200 years later.
200 years later, and you fucking hear the wind as the fucking wind goes through her fucking crotch.
Yep. Well, that's just a spell that just reconfigures it.
You know what's funny? Pause that real quick. I talk to women, right? And it's like, you make jokes about their vaginas, whether it be childbirth or having like 50 dicks ran through at some point. And they're like, the vagina, like it'll like it contract and expand and it goes back to normal. And I'm like, at some point, after having a bunch of like thick dick in you, it can only retract back to what it was only so far,
Right.
I don't believe that. Like, there's such thing as being a little looser than what it was after the 40th dick. Just saying.
But at any rate, he's like talk about this, what's going on. Zenoba wants to learn figure, make it again, but he keeps holding
off. He's too strong to do it physically, and he doesn't have the magical capacity to do it with magic.
That, and he hasn't done it in years.
No, he's talking about.
But that was another thing, but it's mostly everything else that you said.
Yeah.
So now he's at the library. He's reading for the books. No one's finding anything. Apparently, teleport magic is taboo.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of stuff.
Nope.
And who's there?
Fitz
or Sylvie.
We'll say Fitz for right now. But...
Yeah, was it? Yeah, Fitz. She goes up to Rudy, says, "Hey, mind if I join you?"
All right.
And Rudy sees that Fitz also has a book on teleportation.
Yep.
And he's like, "Why do you have that?"
Mm-hmm.
Say, yeah, because I wondered if I could join you with, like, learn about the mystery of it, because I found, because
help your research is what she said, basically.
Yeah, but it's basically someone I knew was also involved in that.
Yep.
He's like, oh, geez, but I just recently found out that he's alive.
Yep.
It's like, oh, I can't wait to meet him.
And she's like, I don't think that's gonna work out.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it's him. It's you idiot.
Seriously.
But
and throughout this point, you're also skipping another point that in the library and at various points through the episode, he's like, why is it that my heart skips a beat? I'm certain I don't go that way.
Maybe he. I was gonna get to that next.
Yeah.
But no, like he blushes, he gets flustered around Fitz.
His heart beats faster.
Yeah, but his PP is still small, but
his PP is still small. Not for long.
Not for long, not yet. But
Fitz, you don't have a penis. Because
imagine it was the same way he found out when she was young. Remember the first
season?
Imagine that.
That would be great.
No, but that
I would die laughing at Sophie's response. You expect me to have a dick?
Yeah. But what'd you call it? He asked Fitz, like, so where's your dorm and all this? Like, oh, I live in the girls' dorm.
Doesn't that cause problems because you're a guy?
It's like, no, because I'm the body part of her, so
because I bleed like them too.
Yeah, but they aren't telling that.
Can't say that, yep.
But yeah, they're all talking about this, like, and then Rudy is like, no, I'm not.
Am I?
Right? No.
No. I like girls. Vagina.
Yes.
But no, it's funny because man God didn't say, like, you'll find the cure to make your pee-pee big. Didn't say how. Didn't say with who.
She does help. I will say that.
I was thinking he'd fuck her.
No, it's not.
He doesn't fuck her?
Not yet.
I figured that would have been the deed. Like
no, that's not what gets it back.
Oh.
She is involved, though. I will say that.
He fucks the princess.
No.
He doesn't fuck the princess?
No.
Does he fuck that ogre?
Oh my god, no. Yes, the secret to the erectile dysfunction is a fairy.
No, the ogre, the big old fucking like piglet looking bitch that like tried to like stomp on him when he passed the door.
Oh yeah. That no. The gorilla girl, yeah, no, Garita, no.
Who does he? I want to know who he fucks now. I'm gonna literally every time I see a woman that has, it's not one of the furries. You said it wasn't one of the furries because I made that joke last week.
No.
So it's not one of the furries. It's not the princess.
No.
It's not Sylphie. It's not Ogre Girl. Is it Elenice?
No.
No, not her.
Yeah, she does not want to fuck a gray rat anymore.
God, who?
But let's get it.
Is it a character we haven't seen yet?
No.
Okay.
Just watch.
I want to know who he bones.
But Zenoba, he bugs Rudy to like teach me.
Yep.
Eventually, he says, "Okay, like fine, but you have to do exactly what I say."
Yep.
So he gets a little magic stuff. He can't do it. He can't do magic.
Nope.
So okay, fine. Let's try it like this. Sculpture.
Old school.
Yeah, old school. It's tedious, but you know what? It's simple. It's effective. You can do it.
You can do it. Smash.
Breaks it in half. He's hopeless.
He's hopeless.
He's got that strength. Yep.
He is Dino Douche on day one of AEW.
Yep. But unfortunately, yeah, nothing happens with that. Yep. We skip a bit. It's a Rudy.
Yep.
It fits.
Yep.
He's like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, why not get a slave?
Because all answers are
slavery.
All problems are solved with slavery, apparently.
Yeah, it works for Shield Hero.
It works in Shield Hero. Worked in America for 200 years. Why not?
Oh my god. But what'd you call it? Yeah, so Fizz mentions this, and I was like, oh yeah, I have my break coming up, so yeah, I can go. And then you see Fizz like, say,
do you want to come?
Do you want to buy a slave with me?
Right. If you insist, I would love to come with you.
Yeah.
Slave.
And then Rudy's like,
Doki Doki.
Yes.
She's real when she buys a slave with you.
Yes. He's precious. I need that.
So they go to the slave market, the three of them.
Yep. And then Sylvia looks at all these naked hunks. And
she's like, I didn't know it could get that big.
Yeah, and then Rudy's like, I was once like you, but now I have a new quest. And they talk, it's like this, but then Fitz is like, oh, so you've had experience.
Yeah.
And he didn't answer.
You didn't answer.
No, because the guy came and said, "Oh wait, there's someone that they want to see." Because basically,
I mean, duh! I pulled your pants down when we were 3.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, but it's like basically get a dwarf because they're handy with crafting.
Yeah, they're very handy, but you have to get a young dwarf.
Yeah,
because Sylphie had mentioned they're like it's been proven that the earlier you start around age 5, the more potent you're gonna be. And so Rudy's like, that makes sense.
They won't need the incantations if you teach them early.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, that's why it explains why I have so much mana, because I started casting when I was like 3 or 2, something like that.
Yeah, and so they get to the underground part of this market.
Yep.
There's this little girl.
Yep. She's
tied up, chained.
Yep, malnourished.
Yep, and she's like, she's on her knees.
This is very powerful. This is actually very powerful.
Yeah, Rudy just gets on her level, speaks in her language. Like, hey, I'm Rudis. What's your name and all this?
Doesn't respond.
Yeah, says nothing.
Was it Sylphie that said like she said something? Sylphie said remarks on how she looks, and it's Rudy that says no. She has the look of someone who wants to die, and internally he's like, I had that same look.
Like I've seen this before.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, have you ever seen that? And she's like, he's like in a different time, a lot, and then he internally he keeps thinking, he's like, I had that same look when I was living on Earth, where I just wanted it to end. I just wanted it to be over. So he asks her, do you want to die? And
he said, he was saying like
compassionately,
like it's okay, like he's like talking like, I understand.
Yeah, and then
I can make this really quick.
She finally speaks.
But before that, he put a hand on her neck.
Yeah,
like he was gonna do it.
Yeah, he's gonna strangle her.
He gets up.
Yep.
As he's about to walk away, you heard.
I don't want to die.
And he's like, you know what? It's not. I want to live, but it's good enough.
It's good enough for right now. Because he mentions, he's like, I can't just buy her and give her salvation by making her work for me. That's not going to bring her salvation. Salvation comes from your desire, your internal desire to live. And I can't help her like that. So, but then when she's like, you know what, like you just said, he's like, you know what, it's not, I want to live, but at least that's good enough. That's a start.
Yep. And so we get a small little montage of Rudy teaching the dwarf.
No, you skipped the naming. So they go out
they said that. Well, that was before the
no, it was after. That was after.
Okay, sorry.
That was after. Right, the same day, they go to a restaurant. She's stuffing her face because she's malnourished.
Yep.
And they're like, "What's your name?"
Doesn't know, and you find out they don't get named till like they're set like 7,
and she's 6. So she's coming up for naming, and they're like, "Well, it needs to be something." So she's like, "Zanoa, this is your slave. What do you want to name it?"
He said Julius.
They're like, "Well, it's a girl."
That's a guy's name.
But he mentioned, he's like, "It's from my brother that I killed once because I didn't know my own strength. So I want to honor my dead brother." Oh, that's honorable.
So
it's a girl, so you got to at least name it Juliet.
Yeah,
is that cool? Yeah. Okay. Your name is Juliet.
He tells her, but she kept seeing Julie, so
she's Julie.
Yep. And now we get the
now you see the montage.
Yeah, Rudy, he's like teaching her like 3 like spells.
Yep.
And with what you call it? What's his name again? Zanoba, yep. And McGee, he's serious about learning. And it's actually going well.
It's working.
They have these now, like we're gonna be in the doll making business, pal.
Yep. Jim Cornette doesn't need to hire those guys, he just needs to hire Julie.
Yeah. But no, everyone's happy. They got what they want. Still no pee-pee.
Still no pee-pee touch.
Yep.
Or pee-pee hard.
Yep.
Still no pee-pee.
So
hard.
I'm enjoying this arc.
Yep. I am
very good arc.
This isn't a 5 for you because you said you don't really have a 5.
Well, I wasn't crazy about the Sarah stuff at the beginning until his ED. Let's be honest.
That made me sad, but I mean, it's still good complex.
But no, but it was good. It was good for everything going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, it adds proper context. This has got a shot to be a 5.
No,
I know your only 5 seems to only be Link Click right now, but
maybe, yeah.
That's probably where you're leaning with your only 5 of the season, but we'll see.
It could be anything. It could be Zom. It could be Happy.
I don't know if Zom's going to get a 5 from me, but we'll see.
It's all right.
Anyway,
But yeah, main event, happy marriage.
main evento.
Yes.
I think this is probably the saddest anime that we're watching this season.
Yes. Yes.
Probably. It is, yeah.
It is. We picked up where we left off. Mio is waking up because she was, chloroformed.
Yep.
And who does she see?
Kaya and her mother-in-law.
Stepmother.
Yep. Stepmother.
Yep. The evil people.
Yep.
Yeah, Kaya's like, hey, sis. So, funny story. You guess your will. And you're gonna divorce your honey, your Kudo.
Yep.
You're gonna do that, and you're gonna get the guy you always wanted. Cool. All you gotta do is say yes.
No.
And she said no, and then Kanako, the mother's like, "You ungrateful cunt."
And they both.
Yeah. After how I've raised you, like
throughout the episode, they just mercilessly beat the shit out of her.
And fucking Kaya with scissors and
slashing the kimono,
cutting her face, like hitting her face, all this shit.
No, she didn't get cut in the face. She got slapped.
Well, she was about to. She was about to.
She got slapped with a fan. She got slapped with a fan. She got slapped and kicked, and then they cut her kimono because she's like, "You don't deserve this pretty kimono. This is above you. Know your place, you little fucking like piece of shit." Cuts the kimono.
Yep, and you should just die as a slave right now.
While this is happening, though,
Kudo and what's his name? Goto.
I always call them by their name.
Koji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kudo and Koji, they're at the front gate.
Yep.
Like, oh shit, there's a barrier.
And no, not a barrier. It's not. They're not opening the gate.
Yeah. So what does Kudo do?
Bang!
Uses his power. And they see like thunder in the sky. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
And when we go back, we just see this giant.
He's the fucking Raikage. He's the Raikage.
He's a Raikage. I call him Gojo from Jujutsu.
He looks it, right? Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And of course, Koji's father and Mio's father are outside, like, hey, you can't be here. What's this? Get out. And then Mio's father went to like, what do you mean my daughter's here? Because he didn't know, apparently.
He doesn't know shit. But he's like, hey, he's destroying your house. Don't you want to fight him for destroying your house?
He's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
I mean, yeah, but tell me what's going on. But sure.
Barrier!
And then,
fuck no barrier!
Then Kudos was like, lightning stroked down on Koji's father.
Yep, he's out. He's out
for now.
No, not oh yeah, Koji's father. You said
yeah. But for Mio, where is she?
Yep.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And all this. So they start looking around. And he's up again. He's like, I'm back for round 2, motherfucker. Let's go.
Catch these hands.
And again.
Lightning from the depths of heaven comes, burns the shit out of Koji's dad. Koji looks in shock. And Kudo looks at Koji like, don't worry, he's just unconscious. We're good.
Yeah, he's knocked out.
When he comes to round 2, he uses fire. And Kudo is like, you're an idiot. Why would you use fire in this location? Sure enough, the house that Mio grew up in, burning. The entire complex is burning. Fire, burning.
Yeah, but it's like, I know where she is.
Yep.
And as Kaya's having her way with Mio, the doors kick open.
Yep.
And he's a pissed off Kudo.
And before this happens, though, we see just introspective from Mio, and just like she meant, as she keeps saying to Kaya and her stepmother, no,
like, I'm not giving in anymore. Like
she's she's like, I finally found something that's precious, that is mine.
I have someone to come home to. I have someone that cares
and appreciates me.
I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not gonna cower in fear of you again.
Yeah, I can't do anything except tell you no and keep fighting, because I know my husband, my Danda-sama, he's gonna save me. Sure enough, doors open, catch Mio, and
Kaya's like, hey, don't mind her, she's dying. Cool,
yeah, cool. Like, come fuck me.
And he's like, get out, you harlot.
Yeah, like, what makes you think I would ever be attracted to a woman like you?
Like, that's something that's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
And he like has Miyu up, and he's like, "I'm glad you found me." He's like, "I knew you'd come."
Yeah, and
And he's
meanwhile,
like-
the stepmother looks outside, sees her house that she like connived for, that she did this whole process with
Is
Kaya,
on fire.
and she shrieks, "My life, no!"
You know, not your daughter, but cool.
Bro, I was hoping that fucking Kudo would
I know,
fucking
but
strike her with fucking lightning, and
yeah,
she died.
Kaya's like, I don't understand why her. It's like you're fucking ugly.
Yeah,
You're a hideous human being.
yep. Let's go home, Mio. And so fucking Kaya's just in awe. She's like, "Fuck it, this failed. I want to die." And who saves her?
Koji.
Koji. She's like, "Why do you want to save me?
He's like, you know what? I hate you. I fucking hate you.
But
I do not want you to die because she would be upset.
Even after everything you've done with her, for her, or against her, she would still be upset if she lost you.
Like she would,
and
like
I don't
she would
want her to
still
lose
believe
anybody
in you.
else that she considers precious.
So yeah, I don't like you, but I'm getting you out of here.
Yep.
We go to Kudo's place.
It's been 3 days past.
Yep, she slowly wakes up.
Yep.
Kudo's there.
Yep.
He's like, he goes up to her like, "Me, are you okay?" Like holding her hand, type of thing. Just glad you're okay. She apologizes for all this happening, but talks about how much she actually loves him and all this. She's so happy. He makes her that way. And fucking Yuri just comes in like crying, hugging Mio.
Yeah.
I love Yuri.
Yuri, yeah, she's good too.
She's too nice. But that is the end of that arc.
Yes. But no, it's not the end of that arc, because as that happens,
a new challenger approaches.
No, so basically, Koji's dad was working for somebody else, and the guy, it's I guess some sort of like daimyo or something.
The emperor.
And he's like, that damn useless Koji, or Tatsuishi is his last name.
Yeah,
Tatsuishi, that damn useless Tatsuishi. Like, he couldn't get the job done, and so there's an attendant there, and the attendant looks over to the daimyo and was like, "Hey, I want your permission. With your permission, we'll execute the plan." And the daimyo is like, "Your permission is granted. Just make sure you do it at the right time. I won't tolerate failure." Mochironde gozaimasu.
Yep.
New challenger approaches, as you said.
Yep. Oh man, can't wait.
Yeah.
I like this first half of the story. I know Starman was worried about where's the conflict. There's gonna be more conflict. I don't want any more solved. Like we'll get a cool down episode. Like let her recover and all this.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get more of that drama. We'll get more of that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a big fight again.
Mm-hmm.
So excellent episode. That is why we close with this today.
It's like I said, this is probably, if things continue the way it's going, to me, this is a 5. This is just such an emotional ride. It's a positive emotion as well, as much as you get the negatives as well. It checks all the boxes of just a wonderful anime. The emotion, the powers, the story.
Someone you feel bad for and want to root for.
Yep.
They do it well.
She probably will win Best Girl by default. Kudo, beyond a shadow of a doubt. There's no boy in the same stratosphere as Kudo.
No, Kudo
is by default going to win Best Boy across multiple platforms, probably including ours.
Especially after that episode.
Bro, there's no other boy. None.
Yeah,
None.
He would burn down villages
to save his woman. There's nobody. Kazuya? Kazuya? What a fucking joke. Kenshin?
You know what? I like Rudy, but you know what?
Rudy is not close. The sensei from Gene, meh. Liar, fucking what's his face? No. The guy from Liar? No.
Oh,
no. What's it called? Kurosaku? Ichigo? No. Ichigo? No. Miyamura? If it wasn't for the fact that freaking there was no cohesive story? No. Annie Gold? Voldigord? No. Tiny Senpai?
I know.
No. The only person who, honestly, when it's all said and done, fucking Komura? No. Dreaming Boy? Hell no. I love Mononogatari, but the dude from there? No. The guy from Zombie? No. The only people, there are two people that are close contenders for best boy, in my opinion. Gojo and Bochan. Those are the only other best boy contenders besides
That's fair.
Kudo.
That's fair.
At least on my list.
Yeah. Closing thoughts on the day, the week.
Just the principle of what we acknowledged 2 hours ago now, that summer's turning out to be a little bit weaker than we thought.
And we're halfway.
We've hit the halfway point.
We are officially at the halfway point.
And I remember I asked you, I need a top 5 in no particular order.
No order. Okay. Mushoku, Zam, Happy Marriage, Link Click, and Undead Murder Farce.
Very well. No particular order. Happy Marriage, Spellblades, which is my surprise. Love Spellblades. Bleach, Jujutsu, Mushoku.
Yep. But unfortunately, with Jujutsu, we won't be able to grade it till the end of the year for the fall season.
Correct. So if we're taking out Jujutsu for that, then I will go with Zam as well. So basically, you have Link Click, I have Spellblades, and our other 4 are the same.
Well, I have an Undead Murder.
Oh yeah,
and you have Bleach.
I have Bleach. Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
So 3 out of our 5 we match. 2 other ones, no complaints.
But folks, we don't know when our next week is, but we are back next week. We don't know the day yet. Also, join us tomorrow for Keki Shop's G1 review. We talked our cake. We had our cake. We are full of cake. Follow me on Twitter at DamianPhoenix12. Follow him on Twitter at Showstopper24. Follow our Twitter at Talk the Kēki. We also have a link tree for wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. We're on Amazon. We're on Apple Music. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're on YouTube. Colin Thompson does not owe us money yet.
Oh God. We should talk to Sean about hey, who he covers all that.
Yeah, but where does W20 Network go? Is it independent or does it?
It is. I mean, because one of the things that I talked with my boy Andy about when we had MMA for Marks is he brought up the question what if one day no disrespect we just decided to do our own thing. He's like, well, we keep the episodes. That's Sean said, we keep the episodes, but I don't own you, so I can only own what we put under my banner. So, but I don't own your podcast, so you can go and do whatever you want with the podcast if you choose to do that.
Yeah, but we don't even know who to go to.
Nowhere. We would just be kind of stuck. We'd have to.
Yeah, we're not doing cast media. We're not
there yet. One day. One day we'll have Bluetooth sponsorships and whatnot. Rudy needed Blue Chew. Catch them at bluechew.com.
Yes. It's a hot tag for your wieners.
It's a hot tag for your wiener.
All right. Anyway, let's get also thank you, W10 Network and Chairshot Radio for hosting us. Follow them at Chairshot Media and at W10 Network. We want to thank you, Sean, for being our editor as always. Even giving your Insta so we can get out of here.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, as Matt said, SHOSTOPPA24. That's Showstopper24. I've consolidated my Instagrams. Podcast.senpai no longer exists because I wasn't really using it, and none of you guys are following me. So, therefore,
guilt trip.
My only Instagram that you can follow me on is at AI_anime24, iAnime24, which I probably, all things considered, will change at some point to incorporate now that it's going to be my public face Instagram as well as my anime Instagram. So I got to figure out what type of username I want for that. But in any case, that's there. Now that I don't have my other one, I'm kind of stuck in terms of where I go. Oh, follow the Talk the Kēki Instagram at TALKTHEKEKI. That's Talk the Kēki. Just recently updated today in terms of the newest episodes that have dropped over the last few weeks. So you can check that post out as well. Again, as Matt said, all of our socials have link trees where you can check out our other endeavors. And again, as Matt said, we'll do another Keki Shop tomorrow, concluding the G1, probably talking about AEW as well, and other random news and notes along the wrestling world. We hope if you guys like wrestling and you like us, you'll check us out and give us a little bit of love from there. Show our friends some love since they don't podcast too often from that side as well. So we're looking forward to that recording tomorrow after 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep. Till then, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and then next week, whenever. We don't know when yet. Maybe Tuesday again.
We shall see.
Yep. So until then, arigato, anato faku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan.
Bye bye.
Welcome to Talk the Kēki. Not an